What's up, you fucking troglodytes? Ready to read a book or what? Yeah! All right!
And yet the Patreon keeps going up somehow.
It does. It's incredible, isn't it? I can just say whatever I want. They just keep coming back. Hey, welcome to DiceFriends. My name is Adam. And this week, once again, I'm joined by Paul.
Hello.
And Beej.
Here I am.
Yeah, and we are currently still playing through Gnomes 100 Dragons 0. Before we start, I do have to plug our Patreon at patreon.com/LoadingReadyRun. It lets you keep the lights on. It lets me do streams where I get to call you a bunch of fucking troglodytes while my boss is on the call. You know, it's great.
And the money guy who's just watching.
And the money guy. Yeah, the guy who signs my checks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. Thanks a lot for the help. We really appreciate it. It lets us do all kinds of goofy stuff like this. All right. Also, before we start, we have a couple of airings of grievances to do. I'm going to let you know right now that Adam is all jacked up and ready to go. If you can't tell already, I'm in a mood. So,
Adam, this seems weird to say when you're in the middle of this rant, but could you turn your volume up a little bit?
You want me to turn my volume up?
Oh, there we are.
All right. Wait. Now you've muted yourself. Oh, the things he's saying, Twitch chat. Actually, I can't hear him either.
Yeah. You're mute. You're still mute.
What?
Oh my god, did we blow the mic?
I thought he was doing a goof. Is he actually?
Yeah.
He's actually.
He just said no. He's not doing a goof.
You can't hear me?
No,
Hey, here we go.
Oh. All right, fuck! Now I gotta go back and do the rant again. All right, before we started, when we were going into the going live screen, there was a command in the fucking Twitch chat said "Love Paul." The bot responded. "Love Beej." Bot responded. If there's not a "Love Adam" command and it doesn't immediately respond and somebody doesn't put, I don't want to give the mods time to like make up a command. I'm walking out. Somebody type it in right now. Oh, look at that! Nothing! That's incredible! All right, see you assholes later. I'm fucking out of here.
Is there a bang Adam love? Maybe?
It's
because bang love Paul doesn't work. Paul love works though, I think.
I like that the Paul of is just like it's not Paul's fault, blame James or something. Like
Ah,
it's not
yeah,
actually
that's good.
it's not actually to me. It's more like just it's not his
All right,
fault.
I'm contractually obligated to be here, so you're stuck with me. All right.
Okay.
Second thing. Last week, trying to keep a straight face. Last week, YouTube got upset at me because I said that Twitch chat were the real fans and they're here right on time. Well, Twitch chat, you're getting both fucking barrels tonight because YouTube fans are great. All right. Just because they have lives and they have other things to do and they can't just show up at every stream whenever they want, you know, fucking go outside, touch some grass, you know, watch the YouTube VOD every once in a while. I just got to be fair. Look, I'm Thanos, right? It's balance.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. It's hot outside. Not my fucking problem.
Not where we live. Holy crap! It's
Yeah.
like 18 degrees out. It's lovely.
Adam, there isn't
Yeah.
there isn't an Adam Love chat and or command in chat for the same reason as there's like Mother's Day and Father's Day, but no like Kids Day because it's like every day is Kids Day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Chat is just in a constant state of Adam Love. We don't need like a separate command for it.
That's good. I like that.
I like that too. That's very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me, I guess, huh?
Yeah, you're loved, you child.
Yeah, you fucking. Just give the baby his bottle. It'll be all right. Yeah. All right. So now that we've got all that out of the way, you ready to read a book or what?
Let's read a
Because
book.
I'm ready. So last time we left off, So right now, for the final battle, I think there's like no green dragons, no red dragons, no white dragons.
Yeah.
Yes.
And no
Baaz Draconians.
Baz Draconians, whatever the heck those are.
Yeah, I think he
We
was a movie director.
We don't have to know because they're not going to be there.
Yeah, no Ted Dragons.
Right.
Oh, before I forget too, also shout outs to everybody that listens on Spotify. And by everyone, I mean that one person that asked me to shout out Spotify.
Oh,
so for the one person, if you're listening on Spotify right now, you're very cool. Much cooler than the YouTube and Twitch people, but shh.
I guess I'll give everyone a shout out to who buys stuff on Shopify.
Yeah, also them.
Spotify, yes.
Yeah.
Store.loadingreadyrun.com for all your lovely Loading Ready Run merchandise.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. And then we have some points in defense and offense for fighting the dragons.
Yeah.
I think 3 in each, something like that.
We got
3 and 10.
3 in fight, and then 10 in defense. So
We'll
we're
see
looking.
how that-
We're I feel like we're looking pretty good.
Yeah. And then the last room we were in the library. And we took a goldfish out of its bowl and it turned into a dragon. Told us that the clock was the key to time travel. So somehow we have to get back to the gnome flinger and then find the clock room. Which I'm going to assume is just labeled clock. Right? I haven't looked.
I would think so.
But
The TikTok room,
There's
I think is what they called it.
There's probably a hole in one of the holes in the cave face is like in the shape of a clock
Yeah.
or something.
Sure, it's just a clock. They're never really subtle, right? Subtlety is not this game's strong point.
Yeah.
They're never like, it's 2 hands or some shit, No, it's just a clock. What else did we do? Oh, we talked to the librarian. He's like, don't go into the back of the room. And then we went into the back of the room and we got attacked by giant worms. So really, it's our own fault, huh?
Yeah.
I think. I will reread this room just so we're all acclimated to what it was, and then we're just going to pick a thing, and we're going to do it. All right, you ready? Paul, you ready?
Yep. Let's do
Beej,
it.
you ready? Twitch chat, you ready? If everyone doesn't say yes, I don't start.
I'm ready.
Oh, 2 people said no.
All right.
All right, well, we'll ban them, and then we'll just carry on.
Yeah.
The balance of Twitch chat says yes.
Yes. All right. Recognizing the new chamber as a library, you were amazed to see how large it is. Your baking master's library consisted of an iron shelf mounted above the warming oven, but this one has shelves that go off into the distance. You knew gnomish history was long, but this is incredible. As you stand there taking it all in and wondering where to start looking, your eye is caught by the movement on an upper shelf. It's an imp, claws and teeth bared, poised to leap down on you. So, we're doing this thing where I think we already sent this thing packing because it's just a dice roll. It's like there's no decisions to be made.
You've been fading the imp.
We're
yeah.
like halfway through this room anyway, so.
Yeah. All right. So we've seen Gnomish Librarian. There's a film reel, a scroll by desk, mouse on desk, lantern, floating books, lamp below imp, which is most likely an illusion, large square jar on middle shelf, goldfish bowl, random books, chair and desk. You know what? I'm going to give the people what they want. Large square jar on middle shelf.
All right.
88C.
I feel like
88C.
your character is like, there are books other than cookbooks. Holy crap.
Yeah.
What could they possibly write in them?
All right. On the 4th shelf up in the bookcase nearest the librarian's desk is a large, clear, covered jar filled with flitting, illuminating lightning bugs. They provide a fascinating twinkling glow to the reference chamber. If you want to open the jar, turn to 156E. If not, return to 16.
But you only have a choice. I like that these situations where it's like, you have one last chance.
Yeah. That sounds like a warning.
Mm-hmm. You come across a jar filled with lightning bugs.
Yeah. We're going back to 16. Sorry, everybody.
All right.
I have a rule.
A rule that has never been violated.
Never once. Never once have I violated the rule. All right. Let's try mouse on desk. 23J.
J.
All right. Before we go there, I'm going to guess it's some sort of joke about it being like a computer mouse.
Okay. The little mouse sits up, squeaking at you. Your first urge is to smash it flat. What the fuck? We're a psychopath. What?
You pause and reflect and realize that that's a weird thing to have as your first urge.
Yeah.
You decide
But
to have a
then-
real sit-down talk with yourself.
But then it wiggles its little whiskers at you and you look right into its eyes. There's no way now that you can smash it.
This mouse
Hi,
is
little-
hot.
Oh no, the mouse is hot. Hi, little mouse, you say gently. Hello, big person. It replies, your eyes
kill it.
open wide. I know. I'm trying to remember how to do the voice because it's been like a week, right? I should practice it at home. I should do once a day. I do my weird Eastern European voice in the shower or something.
Just call your
to keep
bank
it-
and just have a conversation
Yeah.
with them.
Hello, bank. It's me, Adam Savadin. I've come to ask you a few questions about RRSPs.
Like, well, voice checks out. All right.
All right. Hello, big person. It replies, your eyes open wide. I know what you're looking for, the talking mouse continues. You want information on the Draconians, don't you? Yes, you stammer. Well, I just ate a delicious book on draconian pest control. It would have been most helpful, but it was so good I couldn't resist nibbling away at the core of the information. Humph! You grumble, marveling at yourself for making such a noise. But the mouse is obviously waiting for a response from you, so you oblige. Yes, I'll show you a book on destruction by Civac Draconians, if you'll do me a favor. What favor? Well, I'm sure you're going to go to the Gnomes bakery sooner or later. Just take me along and leave me there. You agree on condition that he just sit quietly in your pocket until you go to the bakery.
I mean,
It's fucking weird, isn't it?
in.
we know where the bakery is. I mean, we could go back to it easily,
Yeah.
or we
The
could
deal made. You. Oh.
or we could just ignore him and not do it.
Yeah, we'll just leave him in our pocket forever, I think. Probably die in there, right?
Yeah,
Not
we'll
that
give them
bad.
to the gnomes to carry.
Yeah.
Eventually.
The deal made. You place your mouse in the mouse in your pocket and turn to other things. You hand the book containing information to eliminate Civac Draconians in the final battle to one of your gnomish assistants. He hurries up. Wait, we got the book and we don't even have. Wait a second. This mouse is a dumbass.
Yeah.
So now the mouse is like, yeah, I'll just give you the thing that's part of the deal before you take me to the thing. So what happens if I just throw the mouse into the fucking river or some
Just
shit?
reach in your pocket and squish the mouse.
Yeah. Sorry,
To be
buddy.
fair, it is a mouse. It
Yeah.
wasn't that smart.
It doesn't even have a soul.
I'm curious as to what would what happens if we go to the like. I don't remember any prompt that was like, if you have a mouse in your pocket, turn
Yeah.
to page
Yeah.
5.
Hey, yeah, that's right. It never asked us. He hurries off to the holding area with it. Return to 16. So we got a book. It's sentient. Yeah, that doesn't mean much though.
So
Right.
no Baz Draconians and no Civac Draconians.
Yeah.
I want to know what the book says. Like, what's the? It's like
The
there's
secret?
there's
Yeah.
some information in this that not only teaches you like the best way to kill draconians, but teaches you such an effective technique that they might as well not be there at all.
Yeah.
Civac Draconians dislike ice cones. Find an ice cone machine.
No, we gave that up. That would be unfortunate. Oh no, our snow cones. How will we refresh the front lines? We can't. It'll be too hot. All right, film reel? Yeah, film reel.
Yeah.
It's got to be film reel, right?
What's the number?
58B.
58 Bravo.
All right. A round, two-layered metallic flat thing lies on the floor with a long tail of something clear, black and gray hanging out one side. There are zillions of little holes along... Okay, it's not zillions, all right? Fuck, zillions is a big number.
I also like that now they're being all coy about what it is when they said it was a film reel.
Yeah, that's true. Wait a second, this is stupid. There are zillions of little holes along both edges of the tail. When you hold the tail up to the light, you see hundreds of almost identical pictures. Looking closely, you think you see what must be draconians in the scenes. You call in one of the gnomes accompanying you and ask about the thing. The little fellow says that he's not sure, but he thinks it is only pictures that move when you twirl the case real fast and hold it up to a light that one of his uncles invented one time, but never managed to make a machine that would do the work of holding and lighting it. The uncle died trying. Jeez. Oh,
Wow.
okay, well, I guess nobody gets the joy of cinema in
I
this
mean, I know
world.
those old bulbs were really dangerous, but
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
It's wild. It's like my uncle died. It's like, that's weird.
Trying
We just-
to invent cinema.
It's like we just met. You really have
Also-
to tell me your uncle died? That's
Also,
weird, right?
they invented the film reel and the camera to make
Yeah.
the film reel
Yep.
before, but never actually worked out how to view the film reel.
Yeah. I mean, that's gnomes, right? Gnomes are
Yeah.
idiots. Come on. Really? They've
like
proven time and time again that they're morons.
You just put it back in the camera and run it backwards, and it'll spit out through the lens into the real world. I don't know why they didn't figure that out.
What if it's a naughty film?
Oh, it's like a draconian stag film. That's weird. Or it's a bunch of gnomes dressed up as draconians. And then Pikachu walks in.
This is like
He's
early,
like, my fucking knee.
this is like early days of cinema. So this is probably just like, draconians arriving at the train station.
Oh,
or
right.
whatever,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Whatever the equivalent is.
It's running at like 30 frames a second, but it was recorded at 24, and everyone's
It's a
like,
draconian film, but it's directed by Woody Allen.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not good. All right, so I'm gonna do scroll by desk, I guess. We're just gonna run through the whole thing. 72B,
7-2.
except for the jar.
7-2B.
What did I say? 72B. No, wait,
I thought you
72B,
said
right?
B.
Yep,
Yeah.
72B. Yep.
All right. Picking up the large, dusty scroll from where it leans against the desk, you unroll it, sneezing. Vince McMahon would be so fucking mad right now. Sneezing at the ancient dust that flies out of it. If for some reason you can't read,
Wow.
can our character read? I need a decision right now.
I think there was a point by which we could have been rendered unable to read.
I feel like it would tell us if we can't read. Like we
Can't
know what
read.
we had, like cookbooks and stuff. I feel like
Yeah.
we can read,
Okay.
but I guess maybe something happens to you at some point that makes it so you can't read.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Like, I'm a baker. You'd assume that I'd have to read a recipe, but what if we're one of those bakers that just bakes by feel?
You
Right?
still have to be able to tell the ingredients apart by the labels that are on the bags.
Maybe
You just taste them all? Mm.
Yeah.
maybe one of the like 60 gnomes that's following you can read.
Hey, any of you little fucks can read or what? Hey,
Like only a couple hands go up and you're like, is literacy that low here in the mountain? Like,
Bumbo,
shit,
Jumbo.
you need to invent some schools.
Yeah. Find me some eggs.
I mean, I feel like baking is a job that could be done. Like being a baker, you could probably make it okay in olden days times without being
Yeah.
able to read. But it
I
would certainly
made
make
all
it a
this
lot
bread
easier.
from sacks of cocaine that I have sitting around. Giant sacks of cocaine.
You want to party? Fuck. 88K. We can read.
88K.
Don't worry, everyone. We can read. The faded pen markings on the parchment scroll gradually acquire meaning as you stare at them. You can't believe your eyes. You're looking at the ancient Egyptian book of the bread.
I'm sorry. Just you're like, they slowly start to make sense. And,
As you look at them.
you can't believe your eyes. It's like, holy shit, I can read!
Maybe you're not supposed to be able to read.
The ancient book of the bread.
Wonderful.
The classic source of information used by bread makers for thousands of years. This volume deals with ancient magical rolls and pastries. It gives you recipes that allow you to bake healing foods. If you ever find a bakery in this place, you can quickly make food that will give you 10 extra life points before you venture again through the strange mountain. Return to 16. Wow.
Yo.
An option that didn't immediately fuck us over.
Now we have 2 reasons to go to the bakery.
No,
Yeah.
we got one reason.
One is to make the bread, and the other is to throw the mouse in the fire.
Yeah, throw that mouse in with a witch, you know? Okay, you got
imp.
room for a mouse in that oven or what?
The imp that just got like baked into a pie. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, what's left? We got lantern. We got floating books. Lamp below imp is probably a
Misdirect?
misdirect. And then there's random books and chair and desk. Well,
Wait, the
let's
lamp-
just do lantern.
The lamp
Okay.
below the imp is totally just like a lava lamp.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Well, it's definitely a fake then, right? Because lava lamps don't exist in Dragonlance.
yeah. What
Unless
was
there's
it?
a Dragonlance expert in here, then...
But ancient Egypt does.
yeah. Look,
What-
Beej, I don't make the rules, okay?
What page is the lantern on?
6080,
680. Okay.
the sex number.
Yeah.
This is a lantern of warning. If you have it with you when danger threatens in the library, the danger will not occur. Ignore any passage that says you have taken damage or must fight. However, it does not work beyond the library. Well, this lantern stinks. Turn to 16. It only works here? Yeah, it only works here.
Library, lantern of library warning.
We needed that earlier when we were getting attacked by the worms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do floating books, I guess. 133J.
133J.
You feel kind of uneasy when you glance at the 2 books floating in midair over the librarian's desk. Books aren't supposed to float. No shit. You gather your courage and decide to look at one. It probably won't bite you. If you, for some reason, you can't read, return to 16 to look at something else. If you can read, do you want to look at the top book or the bottom one? Well, I've always been more of a bottom, so we'll take 98.
98. 98 what?
B.
E. Echo.
No. Beta.
Bravo.
The bottom floating book is called A Treatise on the Non-Existence of Magic. If you want to read through it quickly, and you can read, turn to 116i. All right, so is this bad?
I feel like if you read it, it would make you believe that magic doesn't exist, and then therefore you don't have magic anymore, but you don't have magic to begin with.
What if it convinces us that magic doesn't exist and magic governs all of fucking creation and then we just die?
That's a hell of a way to finish the game.
We have
See, I've been playing these books too long that I think that that's where they're going to go.
Yeah.
we've got a lantern that protects us, right?
Then we're free. And dragons can't exist because, frankly, I mean, when it comes down to it, there's no way a dragon could really exist.
Yeah, they don't have souls.
Yeah.
116i.
69.
116i.
116i.
All right. You begin to read the book, and as your eyes track the lines of text, you discover, to your horror, that you can't stop reading. The air shimmers around you, and a glow fills the chamber. You find yourself suddenly changed. Your armor and body have changed into those of a wizard. You discover magical spells.
Fuck!
They did it again.
Oh, no!
They did it again. You discover magical spells hidden in your mind and a magic wand in your hand. It's not a wand. In the next 2 chambers you visit, you will have magic user abilities. Your magical attacks, which you use like regular physical attacks, do 10 points of damage. You have 20 life points. Finally, no magic spells of any type affect you in your wizard form. If you survive the 2 chambers, and what happens to you there, a magical transformation changes you back into your original form, and both you and your armor's points return to what they were when you were transformed into a wizard.
All right.
All you do in those 2 chambers will still happen. You can't allow temporary setbacks to stop you in your search for useful items. Just completely ignore things that improve or harm your armor in those 2 chambers. Time passes in the normal way. Return to 16. So we turn into a wizard for 2 rooms.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's fine, right?
Do you read that top? Yeah, that's a good point. Did we have a transformation sequence?
Yeah.
Yes?
Magical
Like spin
girl
around
sequence.
a bunch and
Oh, yeah. It's like
Armor
Sailor
falls
Moon.
off.
yeah.
Yeah, like Sailor Moon. Fuck yeah. Armor starts like breaking off. Yeah.
Yeah. We put on our robe and wizard hat.
Yeah.
A lot of times Serge says that, and I don't think he knows what it's from or what the context is.
Could be.
It's very funny to me. Every time he says it, he's like, I put on my robe and wizard hat. Like, Serge, I know you don't know what that means. You know? My precious cinnamon roll, Serge. God bless you, Serge.
Even if he does, it's just better to assume that he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to check out the books again because I want to read the top book. So
right.
we're going to go back to 133J.
Okay.
So the treaties about magic not existing turned you into a wizard. Must not have been very good. It must have been not very convincing.
Yeah, wait a second. This argument sucks.
Oh, you know what? It was written by a wizard who was mad at people saying that magic didn't exist. It's like, I'll show you, motherfucker.
I'll fucking show you. This book will turn everybody into a wizard.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of weird flex.
I mean,
Weird flex, Mordenkainen. Like,
that's a good way to win the argument, though. I mean, like, you know.
I
You
don't
say
know any
magic
famous.
doesn't exist? You're a wizard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess.
I don't know any famous Dragonlance wizards. Is Dragonlance the one with Raistlin and what's his name? The brothers. One of them's good, and one of them's bad. The good guy's the fighter. The bad guys are the wizard. Yeah? Oh, I nailed it. See? Genius. I got my fingers in so many cups.
No kidding.
You know?
Yeah.
I just know shit.
I mean to talk
None
to
of
you
it's
about
useful.
that. Putting your fingers in random cups.
Yeah.
Not
Paul doesn't
problem.
always throw his away at the moon base, so I wouldn't be putting your finger in random cups. So.
Let's go to 15F. 15F for the top book. Keep your fingers out of your cup? Fucking make me. I'm in a mood tonight, Twitch chat. You can't fucking make me do shit. The top floating book is called The Efficient Conquest of Ghosts and Other Paranormal Phenomena. Well, ghosts aren't... Oh, wait, ghosts are real.
Right. The book
Oh, yeah,
said.
we discovered ghosts are
It
real.
was in the highlights.
Man. You glance through it quickly and learn things that will make it unnecessary for you to fight ghosts, specters, or any other undead types that you might come
Holy
across in
crap.
Mount Nevermind. If you are told to fight, just automatically turn to the winning section of text.
Holy crap.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wow. It's just the book
What?
is just like all ghosts have a place in the middle of their forehead that if you tap it, they die.
Yeah. Is there any way that I could argue that something is a ghost when it's not actually a ghost?
Well, kill it, and then when it comes back as a ghost, ignore it.
Yeah, everything's a ghost eventually.
Pull out my gun. Bang! Fucking see you later, idiot. Have a nice afterlife.
Oh, you're a ghost now? Well, I just instantly defeat ghosts.
Yes.
You what?
Wait, come back. I'm here forever. Ah, well, too bad.
I'm a little bit like I'm starting to get a little concerned by like how good everything in this room is.
Yeah. I've got bulletproof ghost armor and I was hiding behind cover, so your gun didn't reach me.
I'm a ghost. I attack you. Ting, ting, ting. I'm invincible. When you try to take the other book and look at it, some invisible force pushes your hand away as you turn to other things. Okay.
Okay.
All that's left is random books. I guess chair and desk too, right?
Yeah, there's that.
How do we
too.
leave this room?
What is it? Doesn't actually. Well, I think you leave by going down that tunnel or something. That.
Yeah, but there's no like option. I guess we'll find out. Let's do
I
random
think
books.
like you
and
can
then-
always just go back to the
Yeah, you can always go back to 8.
to 8.
Yeah.
Like,
You
go
don't.
back
You
to
want
the
to do
gnome
that.
thing.
You're trying to find all the tunnels. So.
78J, ready for this one? We got some rolling to do.
Yeah,
Oh, I
you
didn't
bet.
bring up the roller. One sec. This is important. Dice roller.
Wait, 78J?
Yep.
Yep.
78 doesn't. Oh, 7. I mean 48. Wow.
Yeah. Well, Paul, you see, a 4 and a 7 are quite different from each other.
All right. I'm learning.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Is Adam's
Slow
video just
down,
getting
AK.
larger and larger?
Is my video getting larger and larger?
I just don't know what it is, but it's like it feels like you're filling even more of the screen as the game goes on.
My big personality, Beej.
Ah, okay.
I'm very like, just let me
Yeah.
have this, okay?
Oh, I totally can.
All right. You wander leisurely through the library, letting your eyes fall on various titles at random. If you can read, if not, return to 16 to make another choice. Why can't we read? I want to know what makes us unable to read.
Radiation poisoning? I don't know.
There was that room that like was super bright. That,
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
That maybe if you fail too many times in that room, you get blinded or something.
Yeah. You can roll the die up to 5 times. If you get a 1 to 4, turn to the first section number given below. If you get a 5 to 12, that attempt was wasted. Then you can roll for the second number, for which you must also get 1 to 4, and so on through the 5 rolls. They can be taken all at once or on any visit to the library. So we roll once.
Yep.
If we get a 1 to 4, we do that.
Yep.
If we don't, we move on to the second one.
Yes.
Correct?
But if you do the first roll, I think you can come back here and do your second roll as well. You can
Okay.
keep going on, yeah.
Well, we got to roll. Wish me luck.
Luck.
Mother.
5.
I mean, you know how you get mad at it? You're like, you got to roll 1 to 4, right? And you roll 5, and you're like, I was so close. And I was like, really? Were you that close? Because it could have been any number over 4, and they're just the same distance away, right?
Yeah.
It's tricky, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that
All right.
didn't go.
Second
roll.
one.
I mean, You ever get mad and you're just like, I was so close and I could have made it, but then really it just could have been any number? And they're just about as close to each other as any of the other ones.
All right, third one.
I'm gonna fucking slap you.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Damn it, I was hoping for a third 5 so Paul could get in here.
I would have left. I would have walked out. 94C.
All right.
You find a partial map of Mount Nevermind on which are specific directions for reaching the military magic chamber, which you are certain will be a big help in the planning the battle. You go right to 48 without needing to go to the Gnome Flinger. Oh, we just go there.
Do
I
we
guess
have
we
to?
just go there?
Yeah, we have to.
It gave
Oh,
it as
the
a
book
direction.
said go right
Well.
to 48.
All right.
I don't think we've even been to this room anyway, so that's cool. Is there art?
Military room. Wait,
Oh, we have been to this room.
this room?
Remember the weird
Yes.
arm thing? We got teleported away immediately and we didn't get to look around.
That's right.
Excellent. Okay, I gotta. Welcome, stranger, says a wizard behind the work table. The gnomes, avidly watching his every move, turn towards you, disgruntled at the interruption in their lesson. I know that you are here on an important quest, the wizard continues, so I will not interfere with you. However, be warned. Be very careful of that war box. He points to the huge chest with the many odd-shaped drawers. Opening any drawer and it might have unforeseen interdimensional effects. You're trying to figure out just what that means when an imp leaps at you out of... Nah. Oh yeah, it just says, don't fight me, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we've been in this room before. All right. The war box. What was the one? Jay was the one with the arm in the door, right? I think.
Guess
Yeah.
they're
There's
they're
a
all
little
labeled on
diagram.
the
Yeah,
thing.
J is
but
the one has a little arm coming out of it. Yeah.
Beej, what do you think? What's your favorite letter? Do you have a favorite letter? And it can't be over Q? Q is the highest you can go.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say-
RST, the best ones, the good like Wheel of Fortune letters, they're all
yeah.
at the no.
So then LNE are the last 3 that you could have at that point.
Yeah.
Do buy me a vowel then maybe? Let's go E.
Okay. E it is. E. Oh my! I hate the way they did this because like they put the shelf number on the left and then the picture in the middle.
Yep.
And then the number on the right.
Oh, that
So you
makes
have
it so hard.
Count
Yeah.
down, yeah.
E is 146G, I think.
146G.
Yeah. 146G. This drawer has a very peculiar shape, but what draws your attention are the runes carved into the front of it. Also, the edges of the drawer appear to be damp. Oh, oh no. You open it, and a huge, fierce water elemental pours out. If you want to check the drawer further, you'll have to fight the creature. If you'd rather not, it will dry up in a few minutes while you return to 48. So wait, we just walk away, and everyone's like, what the fuck is that?
It's just, living water.
Well, I'm going to try to kill it. So
Yeah.
104B.
Remember,
You are a wizard.
you're a wizard at the moment.
Oh yeah, I'm a wizard.
10 points of damage and 20 hit points.
Is oh really? What does it hit on?
Good question.
Is a water elemental a ghost?
Not usually.
It's not a specter or an apparition.
Wow.
Like it's actually something physical, right? Like it exists in the physical plane.
Look, I'm trying to game the system, okay? I'm just looking for one person to be like, yes. Nobody's saying yes, so all right. What does it hit on, Beej? You know?
I don't, Paul. I think. Do you have the?
Here, yeah. Let me pull up the thingamadoodle.
Sure, they're the same shape. Thanks, Fred Twinkie. I knew I liked you the best. Does a water elemental have a
Water
soul?
elemental.
I don't think so.
From 48.
Yeah, it hits on a 5.
Yeah.
Does 9 points of damage. And
Okay.
it's got 8 life points. So
Oh,
one hit. And
so I
it's a
could
one
just
shot.
kill it here, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm in the way. That's a 9, right?
that's a 9.
All right. Yeah, am I getting bigger?
You're shrinking.
Oh, God.
He's gonna end up in a jar.
Maybe you're just
I
like
never
closer to
would.
the camera than you were before or something.
Water elemental goes.
The
It
camera's more
misses.
zoomed. Maybe the camera in Studio A is zoomed in a little.
I go. Water elemental fucking explodes.
Nice. Into
It dies. If you win, turn 26A.
26A.
How many hit points did I have left? Anybody remember? It was like 2,990.
Well, you got like turned into a wizard though. Theoretically, you got like 20.
Oh yeah. Finally, the water elemental is no more than a quickly drying puddle on the stone floor. You lean into the still open drawer and final yourself in.
Oh, it's a teleporter.
Hey, I'm no. This sends us back. I think this sends us back to the room with the. You know where the
141.
Go to 142.
Yeah, it's this room.
I'm not going back.
Great, we're not going back.
Yeah. Does anyone remember what room number? I'm
48.
not. No. I'm not. I'm making an executive decision, and the executive decision preserves my sanity. You know. I'm not going back.
Okay.
Paul, you got a favorite letter that's not E?
Well, so I'm feeling like some of these things are clues as to where it's going to take you.
Yeah.
Like there's a crystal door one here.
Is there a clock?
Yeah, I was just gonna is there one that looks clocky? Not really.
There's the octagon one in the middle, and there's the diamond-shaped one below.
Yeah, how about F? Let's try that one.
Oh, press F. 118E.
Release.
The imp opens the padlock, steps back, and you open the octagonal drawer. A vast vacuum grabs you and sucks you into 76.
Which is...
Well, Paul, have we been here?
I don't think so.
Wow.
This looks like a cool room.
Oh. Looks like a war room.
Machine.
Yeah, we'll stay here. Stepping out into the passageway, you discover yourself in a huge chamber that thunders with the roar of heavy machines. You recognize giant projectile throwers of various types. You've certainly seen armor before.
Did nobody mention this room while we were planning to fight the dragons?
Yeah, no. Does it sound like they would?
All forgot.
This room doesn't have a lot going on. You've certainly seen armor before, though you don't see any powered armor like you're wearing. But what the thundering stuff that moves in the massive staleness is, you have no idea. There are several gnomes working around the chamber, completely absorbed in what they're doing, or deaf. Okay, or deaf. You're not sure which. This book needed an editor real bad. They ignore you completely, but an imp wanders nonchalantly towards you. You know it's challenging you in some unspoken way. Yeah, we'll do the thing where we just
talk to it and then do the thing. Yeah,
it's just dice rolling.
You just walked up to some gnomes and you were like, "Pardon me, sir. What manner of bread is this?"
So there's cannons, crossbow in center, tanks at back, knights in armor, guns at lower left, draconian statues, tunnel at back right, tunnel at back center, tunnel at back left. Well, I think the knights in armor, they probably got to be nice, right? Sure. There's no way they attack us.
No.
26G. Scattered about the chamber are human-sized figures and replicas of various kinds of armor. You realize that they all have the insignia of the Dark Queen and the draconian armors, though only one is the armor of a dragon high lord. As you start to look at the armor, a gnome leaps to your side, saying, "I wouldn't get there near them if I were you. If you think you might find something that will be useful to you in battle, turn to 150F. If you're willing to heed the gnome's warning, turn to 76. Okay, well, I mean, the gnome just told me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do. I'm going to listen to the gnome.
All right.
76.
Like, I think they're not, the armor isn't dangerous. It's like in a shooting gallery.
Oh,
like I think this is testing their weapons on the armor of the bad guys.
On the armor, yeah.
Don't get near them. Why? We'll shoot you.
Yeah, we'll shoot your ass. Let's go check out the cannons. 59J.
Oh, the sex number.
Love 59J. You marvel at the ingenuity the gnomes use to create different kinds of cannon-like projectile weapons. Chunk throwers, the head gnome engineer calls them. He's been working on such devices all his life and has finally achieved an amazing reliability of approximately 26.52%. You mean that you can hit your target only 1/4 of the time, you ask, astounded? Oh no, there's only a 1 in 4 chance that the device will explode when you ignite it. Before he can react to that bit of news, he goes on, hey, I know why you're here, and one of these things could really help in the battle. Why don't you test one out? Of course, there's only one working right now, but you really ought to try it. If you agree to test one chunk thrower that works, or anticipating that you'll get a very helpful device for the final battle, turn to 46D. If not, you thank the gnome, who turns away disgruntled at your lack of interest, and return to 76. I would be very rude if I did not test out the gnome's fucking cannon. 46D.
Why won't he test it for you?
Also, do you think I'm some kind of fucking coward? Because I'm not. The gnomish engineer shows you how to aim the thrower at a clear space in the back of the cavernous chamber. Then he loads it with a chunk. Roll the die. If you get a 1 to 3, turn 100G. If you get a 4 to 12, turn 71I. So we want to get a 1 to 3, is what I'm gathering.
Nah, I think it's the other way around. Wasn't it a
Why?
Wasn't it a
1 in 4 chance.
1 in 4 chance, Paul. So 1 to 3.
But it's a 1 in 4
That's
chance of it
25%.
exploding.
No, I thought it was 25% chance of it working.
Oh, maybe. Wait, what?
Wait,
Not exploding.
is exploding working or is exploding it not working?
I don't know. I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? I think the good one is 1 to 3.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Well,
shame.
That's a shame. 71I.
Guess we die.
How good would that be if this killed us?
Yeah.
Following the engineer's directions, you aim the device and press a red button. Doc! Yells the gnome, and all the other gnomes in the cavernous chamber fall to the floor, their hands over their ears. Then you find out why. The chunk thrower, instead of sending its projectile off with a roar, explodes with a tremendous bang, doing 10 points of damage to your powered armor. We are still a wizard. We have 20 hit points.
It
We are
says,
now at 10.
although it does say ignore all effects to your powered armor while you're a wizard.
That's true.
Oh, does it?
But you're not
All
wearing
right.
your powered armor anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Well, then we don't have to worry about it.
Also,
That was
you
easy.
can't read anymore for some reason.
Yeah.
The engineer comes running over from where he had jumped to just as you press the button and says, "My oh my! I guess I had my figures wrong. Maybe it's that it works only 26% of the time and explodes the rest of the time. Gonna have to work on that. Your ears ringing. Turn to 76. See, I was right. It's just
I was right
in the
I was
context.
right, but the gnome was lying.
Yeah. So I was the best kind of correct, technically correct.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks, Paul. You're gonna have to live with that for the rest of your life.
I mean, luckily it won't be very long if this is the way it's gonna go.
You're gonna die reading this book? Oh man.
Apparently so.
All right. Crossbow and center, tanks at back. We already did the knights. We don't want to go near those. Guns at lower left. Oh, let's get a gun. Hell yeah, we're gonna liberate some people.
Wizard with a
34
gun.
Yeah.
On sale soon.
34B. You find a small wooden rack holding several peculiar gnomish devices that, unlike everything else in this chamber, look small enough to be held when used. Turn to the gnomish machinery figure out chart on 157. We got to get to B. So.
All right.
I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah,
were
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about how you wanted a gun so you could turn people into ghosts.
Yeah. So we are, in fact, it's like, I want to turn people into ghosts so I'm immune to them. But wait a second, doesn't just turn, if you shoot them, then they're gone forever. It's like, nah, no. Then I would die to the ghost. All right, we got to roll 1 to 8. Easy.
Oh, Jesus.
It doesn't, I mean, it doesn't matter as long as we're in the range, right?
That's fair, yeah.
1 to 7. Dinger, 9.
So we get a good thing.
Oh, we get a good thing?
Yeah. getting the
Good
hang of
thing
it.
number 13.
13.
Lucky
Yeah,
number
I'll wait 'em up.
13.
All right, 13. You are getting used to your steam-powered armor now, so much so, in fact, that you have started tinkering with it yourself. You're able to add 3 points to it by changing gears around in the drive system. Add 3 points to what?
I guess your health.
My health?
Or
My
attack.
damage?
I
Maybe
think
your
it's-
damage.
I think in the past when it says 3 points, it usually means like hit points, I think.
Oh, okay.
All
It
right,
seems
we-
weird that by moving gears around you get 3 extra hit points, though. But...
So I got to roll 1 to 7. Bangarang. There we go. We got to B.
All right.
So that's as far as you need.
Yeah. What page were we on?
We're on
34B.
34.
And then, okay, so if we succeed, turn to 74F. 74F. Just as you realize that the things will shoot small but powerful projectiles from a handy, standing, or even running position. A handy? Like what? A gnome comes
Like
over to you.
getting a handy.
Yeah. A gnome comes over to you and tells you that they are actually gnomish nail plungers meant to be used for carpentry. But one of the armory life questers discovered that they made better weapons than carpentry tools, so here they are. You take 2 of them, each is a single shot device that does 10 points of damage. Well, we got 2 guns.
Nice.
Wow.
Do you just use them? Like, is it just a magic missile? Like you auto do 10 points of damage, or is it actually have to roll to hit?
Oh, I don't know.
Who knows?
Well, it doesn't matter because I just take out the guns, shoot 2 gnomes, and carry on.
Also,
bang bang.
Also, I can see a nail gun that only works once. I can see why was not a successful.
A good invention.
Yeah, it's not a good invention.
It's like those concrete drillers where you load a shotgun into them and then you go poof, and then you have to like unload it and put another one in the shot.
It's essentially that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Crossbow in center. 96K. I don't feel like any of this is going to be interesting or useful to us, but we're going to keep looking.
Yeah, I feel like
96K.
they're mocking us that there's like, here's all these weapons, but none of them actually do anything for you.
Yeah.
Could be,
You go up to the gnome seated in the driver's seat of what looks like a huge crossbow. The gnome explains that it's an onager. Onager? Onager? Onager.
Yeah,
A type of ballista. That doesn't mean much to you, but the thing doesn't look like much of a weapon either. What do you mean it doesn't look like much of a weapon? It shoots big fucking arrows.
Giant crossbow.
Yeah. When you say something to that effect, a slight sneer creeps into your voice based on what you think is considerable experience in weaponry. You're a baker!
Which is what it says. Even though you're only a baker.
Oh, even though you're one... Who gives my character the fucking nerve to question warfare?
You've been doing this for like what? I don't know. 3 days?
A day?
Or 3 or 4 days. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm an expert in warfare. I mean... To be fair, apparently the gnomes don't know anything about it because they needed to get you to help. But
No Smoke Fire has it here. It says he's a
Yeah.
baker. He's an expert at pain delivery. That's good.
You're timed out for 3,000 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Just remember, I'm not actually going to time you out, but this is like a verbal timeout, right? Like you're on, you can't say anything for 3,000 seconds, okay?
this sounds like a great...
Great time for a break? Yeah, actually.
Could keep reading the thing.
Oh, okay. But I've done something special and quite secret to improve it. However, he says, slowing down for you, let me present a challenge to you. You go down to the other end and I'll shoot one of the darts from this contraption at you. If you survive, I'll give you one of our best armored devices that will add 10 points to your offensive capabilities in the upcoming battle. That's quite a challenge and quite a reward. But what an alternative. If you agree to the challenge, turn to 124i. If you don't, you blush at the gnome. You blush as the gnome laughs insultingly, go back to 76. Look, I'm not going to fucking let a gnome bully me, okay?
Yeah.
I like stand at the other end here and I'll shoot you with this crossbow. Like
No.
that's not like a challenge. That's just
Yeah.
him shooting you with a like that's not. Are you supposed to like do something?
I love this idea of that. No, I don't want to get shot at with a giant crossbow. What? Why are you mocking me for
You're
that?
such a coward.
Dumbass. Yeah. 124i, I'm getting shot. Fucking shoot me up.
Do it.
Wow, you're really down on this giant ballista.
Figuring that the probable reward is greater than the possible damage the silly-looking weapon can do, you go down to the other end, figuring that you could easily be able to catch the dart if it shoots. You stand still while the gnome lines up his weapon. Roll a die. If you get an even number, turn to 50J. If you get an odd number, turn to 108F. Which one do you think is the bad one? Do you think they're both bad?
I just all I know is that I would never rely on the wizard to do a dex save.
Yeah, like
Oh, right,
we don't have any armor. We're wizards still, right?
Yep, we sure are.
Would this be considered a magical effect?
No.
No, we can't argue that one. Look, if you didn't let me the water elemental be a ghost, you're not gonna a crossbow's not gonna be a magical effect.
Is a
Paul.
crossbow a ghost?
Is a crossbow a taco? All right. We got to roll a die.
I'm gonna say odds. Odds are the bad ones.
Well,
No, we got an even. 50J. Good
I
job.
feel like calling a ballista bolt a dart is kind of underselling it.
Yeah, right.
The dart flies so slowly that you can almost completely track its flight. But by misjudging its speed, you fail to catch it properly, and the sharp point cuts into your hand. It seems a small penalty to pay for a chance to acquire something to fight within the battle, but then the pain starts in your hand. Your arm turns numb. Your head starts to spin. Falling to the ground, you realize the gnome put poison on the dart, a wonderful new variation of an old wet.
Wow.
I guess you're dead.
I guess we're dead.
I guess we're fucking dead. Well,
To be fair, I would have not thought to put. Oh, and Beej is gone.
no. Bye, Beej. Oh,
Crap.
Beej died.
I can still see you.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. I guess my video just gave up.
Well, good games, everybody. That was a good Dice Friends.
1 sec.
You imagine if we tried to play this through without dying? It'd be impossible,
Hey, there he
right?
is.
Yeah. Just
Do you
had to
think it
give
would
up
be literally impossible to play through one of these books without dying?
Well, given the fact that
Like the
let's
first
see.
time?
You were 5 steps in and you died.
Like
Yeah.
it's
When we played
it's
this.
definitely possible, right? Like you could just fluke out, but
Yeah.
chances are very low.
I would put the chances at less than 1%.
Yeah, I would probably say less than 1%.
Like, there's no way, because stuff like this, you just fail a die roll and you die. What's the other one? What's the good one?
We were on 124i for that one, so.
I'm going to the good one. Fuck these die rolls. All right.
108.
Odd number, 108F. Actually, it'd be really funny if this kills us, too.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. 108F. The dart flies so slowly that you simply reach up and pluck the projectile out of the air. You sneer, building to a crescendo. You return to the disappointed gnome's side, and he does indeed live up to his promise. He gives you a special gnome's device that adds 10 points to your offense in the final battle. Whooping in triumph, you return to 76. That's it, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking gameplay. Very cool.
By the
Good game design. Awesome.
By the way, this like this thing that like in the middle that the gnome is sitting on,
Yeah.
like that's not like. It sounds like he's talking about like some piddly little like pistol dart thing,
It
But
does.
but that's like
It's like a siege ballista.
that's a ballista. Like what the hell?
And we made fun of it. We're like, yeah, fuck your ballista.
Yeah.
You won't hurt us, you dumbass.
Yeah, nobody.
I know all about war.
A lot of people in this mountain don't seem to have gotten the message that you're like trying to save them all from the dragon.
Yeah. They're trying to kill us all. Yeah. All right. We'll do one more and we'll take a break. Okay.
All right. All right.
Tank at back. 96B.
9-6. Bravo.
Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. If you killed or sent away the imp turn. Oh, it's the illusion. Okay.
Really?
Well, we'll go with 154B just to see. You mean the tank's not real? Who could have thought? You wonder if you managed things when you entered this armory chamber. Did you really see big trundling machines at the far end? If so, they're gone now. Return to 76. Yay.
I love
All right.
the way that the gnomes just ignore the imps. They're like, guys, there's a tank like over there. It's like, don't worry about it.
Hey, can we use that?
Sometimes the imp makes a tank.
Is that anybody's life quest? Like, does anyone want to make one of those for real? Nah.
No, we're good. We're trying to cut back, actually. It's dangerous for you. 75G, since it's so close, that's excellent. Oh, this is the one that says 75C, but it's actually 75G. Because in Dragonlance, editors don't exist.
Right.
They haven't been invented by the gnomes yet. Reluctant to look too closely at the wooden draconian statues, you venture only close enough to discover that they appear to be just practice dummies for the gnomes' projectile throwing. Return to 76. All right.
Oh, that's it.
Let's take a quick break, and then we'll get out of this chamber, and we'll try to make our way back to the clock room.
All right.
Okay? Get up and stretch. Water.
Be back in a few minutes.
Hello, welcome back to Dice Friends, where we are playing through Gnomes 100 Dragon 0. I am Adam. I'm joined by Paul and Beej. We are currently in a gnomish armory, I guess.
I guess.
But I mean, like, we looked at everything. We didn't really get. I shouldn't say we didn't really get much. We got 10 points to our offense.
Yeah.
Thanks to this pathetic, piddly little crossbow here.
Stupid garbage crossbow.
Yeah.
The garbage gnomes.
Can't even fire bolts fast enough.
Yeah.
It just shoots darts.
The fact that it apparently fired, like, I didn't even know how you would fire them slow enough so that they're still flying in the air and you could also catch them, easily catch them.
I have to assume that there's some sort of weird gnomish magic involved.
Oh, it's got to be, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think? Right, center, or left?
Right?
All right, right it is. 24D. Of the 3 dark tunnels that leads out of the back of the chamber, you pick the right-hand one. It leads you directly to 86.
What's 86?
What the? Is there...
Oh, no. We've been here.
Oh, we've been here. Yeah,
Yes.
Not
Do
in
we have
this,
to do
not
this
in
again?
This, not in this run, no, I don't think.
Not in this run, though, no.
Not in this run, but I mean, do we need to do it again? We just got radiation poisoning last time we were here.
Is this the radiation level area?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, we've done this one.
We could try
Right.
a different. We could try a different place. Sure.
Yeah. If you want to see what happens here, just go to the very first one. Okay. I'm just trying to sucker you into watching more of our content.
Absolutely.
What page was the original one?
76 is where we were before.
Okay. Look, I'll let you know. Spoiler alert: you get radiation poisoning and your hair falls out. That's it. That's literally the only thing that happens.
Yeah. We don't talk about the long-term effects.
Well, since Beej was an idiot who was wrong, Paul.
I mean, if there's
Sometimes I think I take it too far. But I hope
That's
you.
fine.
Okay.
if there's radiation on the right hand side, we better go as far as we can away from it. So let's go left hand side.
Okay. All right. Excellent choice, Paul. 74E.
I hope it takes us to 86 as well.
Okay. Of the 3 dark tunnels that lead out of the back of the chamber, you decide to go through the left-hand one. After you follow a gentle slope upward for a while, you find yourself at 106. I feel like we've been here, but
We have not.
I think.
no.
Oh,
This is the gorilla machine.
This is the gorilla machine. Yeah.
Yeah. Just disappears.
Again. This is from last.
This was the legit the first room we did.
I don't know. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was anything actually like useful in here.
I don't know. I don't think
we
so.
didn't explore a lot of
Well-
it, but yeah.
Good news is you're both morons. We're going through the center tunnel.
Okay.
All right.
106E. Excellent. I'm glad we shored that one up, gentlemen.
Going to 106E?
Yeah.
Oh, we were just on 106. Neat.
No, the gorilla machine it's an illusion, Twitch chat. All right, everybody stop saying gorilla really loud. Okay? It disappears. It's one of the imp things. It's not as cool as you think it is.
All
The
right.
3 dark tunnels that lead out of the back of the chamber, you are drawn to the center one. Gentle slope leads upward for a while, and you find yourself in 118.
All right.
Well,
Here's
I'm
the
a
brilliant-
genius.
Here's the brilliant genius place that Adam sent us to.
oh my god, the imp's got a gun.
Yep.
Wait,
So
we
do
have
we.
guns. So I just picture us coming in this room like, just point both our guns at the imps.
I guess it's a gallery? Are we
The
in a
one on
gallery?
the right's just got like a Chewbacca bandolier.
Yeah.
All right. I'm no longer a wizard. No.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you lost your wizard.
You're not a wizard, Harry.
Surprised to find yourself in a quite elegant art gallery. You're even more surprised to find it's been taken over by large numbers of marauding imps. They're all over the statues and paintings, even apparently coming out of them, and from somewhere they've acquired weapons of some strange sort. But fortunately, they don't seem terribly serious about turning them on you.
Except that one imp who is just pointing them right at the camera.
Yeah. Because 3 imps stand in front of you, clearly prepared to keep you from passing, you have to deal with them before you can do anything else in this gallery. Do you want to talk to them or fight? Nothing
Is that the
bad.
Same? Yeah, but is that the same talk to them, though?
I don't know. Let's find out.
These are different. This is a different talk to them
Yeah.
page.
Well, if I have to roll a dice for the imp, I'm just going to ignore it because rolling. Oh no, this one is a thing. It's a whole experience. All right,
Yeah.
Hold it! Oh no, that's me. Hold it! You exclaim. I'm not here to hurt you. The imps look exceedingly skeptical on hearing that. Truly, I'm
It's
here to
fair
help
on
the
their
gnomes. Yeah, that's true, right? I'd like to do that without hurting anyone else here in Mount Nevermind. Mount Nevermind! Bah! And bah again, says the imp in front, who from his wrinkles and experience mine is probably their leader. The gnomes have it! All we want is to do is get back home. Home? You don't live here, you ask? In this dump? No way! We just got to this plane by accident. Something here in this chamber is sucking us from our own plane of existence. Every time one of us goes back, he or she, we've sent some girls to, dies.
Equal opportunity. That's good.
He turns around and points to the dark blue central picture in the art gallery. See? There's another one of us coming now. Been sucked through that picture. Something about the cosmic polarity or something. The gnomes have talked about getting rid of us, but so far they've made 38 machines that haven't worked.
38 in a row?
Yeah. You shrug your shoulders in a helpless gesture. Well, I don't know anything about polarity or whatever it is. I'm just a baker. I can't help.
Try not to get sucked on your way through the plane of existence.
Yeah, try not to suck any planes on your way out to the parking lot.
Oh my god.
The lead imp looks fierce. Oh, yes, you can. And you're going to. If you say no, we'll all go after you and finish your plane of existence. Do you want to try to help the imps get back home? Turn to 27J. If not, turn to 101A. Well, I guess...
This is like how you do the thing that you've been telling all the imps that they can
Right. The gate's open, you can go home.
Yeah, you keep telling all the imps that the gate is open, they can go home, which was a total lie. But maybe
they're all gathering in this room.
Maybe you could make it true.
All right, 27J. Let's try to help them out. Besides, they're probably going to shoot us.
Yeah.
All right, I'm willing to try, you say, but I don't see what I can do. If you can't get back, how can I go there? You don't have to go all the way there, the senior imp explains. I know just what needed to open the gate for us again. You just have to get the ingredients. How do I do that, you ask, perking up at the sounds of words that might mean baking. Most of the pictures in this room are just that, pictures. But the gate up above our heads opens and that castle over on the right wall can be entered. Joycey, the imp hanging out of the painting, got into it, but as you can see, couldn't get all the way back. You think he wipes a tear at the sight of the purple body. Somewhere beyond that gate, you'll find a key, and in the castle, you'll find a magical gem. Bring them both to us, and we'll be able to get back to our own plane of existence. You have grave doubts about that, and even what's going to happen when you try to step into a painting, but you're committed now. Wow, it's just Dark Souls. When you ask how to get into the painting, the imp tells you not to worry, that when you're ready to try, you'll find you can open the gate easily. Do you want to go through the gate first or into the painted castle?
I'm kind of, like, are we gonna have to buy a new book to play? Like, is that what's going on here?
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you have to purchase Imps of fucking Portal Land to keep playing. They're like, motherfucker. Make sure you send in some box toppers.
This is more like Mario 64.
A little bit, yeah.
What do you think? Gate or castle?
Well, don't we have to get the key and stuff before we can do the gate?
Somewhere beyond that gate is the key, and in that castle you find a magical gem. You need them both.
You have to get both of them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So when we jump through this painting, it'll go bump, 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 bump.
Let's go!
Yeah. We always backflip into the painting?
Yeah, absolutely.
Always backflip. It's just, you always backflip in.
And hopefully it won't be all flooded. Otherwise, we'll have to like jump in at a different height.
Right, yeah.
Let's. You want to go to the painting?
What do you think?
I mean,
sure.
The painting sounds more fun.
Yeah, 112E.
112E. Dear Mario,
I baked a cake.
How come they call it an oven when you oven the cold food of how to eat the food?
Hey, yeah.
Is Peach okay? He's like looking at Toad. He's like, is Peach all right? Like, look at this. Holy shit. What happened? I don't know. Fuck. They legalized marijuana in the Mushroom Kingdom. Maybe that's
which is
it.
weird because they have nothing but mushrooms there. You'd think they'd just be doing that all the time.
They just be licking Toad. Yeah, Peach is just using Siri.
Oh god,
I like that. Yeah, text to speech or speech to text. Yeah. Hey Google.
I like. Or Mario's just like, yeah, you know what? I don't really feel like cake today.
Yeah.
All right, how many people's Hey Googles went off? I wonder. Let's find out.
No, I don't want to do that. Someone got really mad
Yeah.
last time, so I'm sorry. Last time I made that joke, it didn't go over well. You know. All right. Walking towards the lovely painting of the castle, you find yourself severely doubting that you can even get into the picture, let alone a castle that looks no bigger than your hand. But when you touch the canvas, you instantly find yourself standing on a path that leads towards a big stone castle. Following the path, you come to the back door of the castle. So, rather than walk around to the grand entrance, you just open up the small utilitarian door and step in. You find yourself in a hallway leading to the kitchen. Inside, working at a well-scrubbed encounter, is a witch! She's dressed all in black, except for a bright red carnation pinned to her peaked hat. Do you want to fight the witch or try to talk to her? Turn her 22H. Well, we'll try to talk to the witch, because not all witches are bad, right?
That's right.
Which was the good witch in Wizard of Oz?
Glenda.
Which direction was she, though? South?
East. North?
Yeah.
Wicked Witch of the West, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's west
And
and
then
east
there's-
are the bad ones, and north and south
okay.
are the good ones.
22H. Let's see what the... No. Let's see what the witch has to say.
A lot, apparently. Wow.
Yeah. That sure smells good, you say with complete truth. Sorry, Paul?
I was just say it's interesting that this isn't actually like a room in the by definition in the book. Like there's no picture or anything to go along with it. This is just like
Right.
a little like side thing.
Yeah, that is
All right.
weird.
I was thinking of doing a different voice for the witch, but you know what? I fucking love that Eastern European voice, you know? It's just fun to do. And this is the only time in my life where I really get to do it, because I don't get to do it in my normal life, you know? And be like, thank you for the groceries. And then people don't look at me like I'm a fucking psychopath, right? This is the only place that I can do it where people just like, wow, it's funny, you know?
I mean, you can't really see what we're looking at, but yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Chat could be looking at their screens like you're a psychopath. We don't know.
No, this is main monitor material, Paul.
When you do stuff like this in like in retail stores, though, when you like use a voice in a retail store, they all know what's up, but they know they can't say anything. It's a real power trip, right?
Yeah, how will my bank know who I am? Yeah, that's true, right? That's how my bank knows.
Yeah.
Hello, can I get some loonies for laundry, please? Every time I go to the bank to get loonies, they say the fucking same thing here. Laundry day.
Oh my god.
Every time. It's like,
you're like, no, go into the peelers.
No, I just really like paying for parking. It's my fucking favorite. Oh boy. Actually, I should say that next time I'm in there. Yeah. Garbage day. Yeah,
no.
And then they shoot me. It's fucking awful every time, man. All right. Idatu, replies the witch in a creaking voice. It's made from the very best imp. Imp, you suddenly feel nauseated. She's cooking them. She must have seen a reaction on your face. It's not something I do all the time, you know. She says in myth tones.
Only for
but these
special occasions.
I'm not completely racist, just kind of racist. But these blasted creatures have been invading my castle for months now. They won't leave me alone, so I figured I might as well get some use out of them. My Ladies' Aid Society is having a bake sale next week. Well, what are you trying to say? You swallow hard. I think I can get the imps to stop bothering you. If you have a special gem that's used to travel through different planes of existence, then you quickly add, and you'll let me have it. I've got the gem, and I'll give it to you if you can guarantee that you'll get the imps to stop bothering me. If I give it to you and you fail, you'll hear from me. Gulping, you agree, and the witch sorts through a small casket on the counter and hands you an unusually shaped green gem. You thank her, promise to do your best.
On my honor.
and run back down the road to the picture frame. Well, that was fucking easy as shit. What? They just gave it to us.
Right?
I like that there's like a castle.
Yeah.
And the only thing interesting in the castle is like the kitchen where there's a witch. It's like, what about does in other circumstances a castle would be like a whole like series of rooms and all sorts of
cool stuff to explore.
I thought this was going to be like what happened in Fairymound when the game just like opened up in the second half, you know?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the twist. I don't think there's a twist coming, but
good.
Yeah. How fucking wild would it be if they're just like, yeah, you're like halfway through.
If you still need to see 104.
Yeah, 104I.
I mean, we already got turned into a wizard, so that's not going to happen again.
Yeah. 104I. Having doubts about your own wisdom, you climb up one of the heavy statues and reach towards the painting. Amazingly, the iron gate in the picture swings away from you, and you can pull yourself up, brush past the little stone sculpture of an imp, and go into the picture. The first thing that catches your attention is the smell of baking. How weird! The odor of rising yeast makes you homesick suddenly, but you can't afford to give in to it now, so you consciously suppress your awareness of the wonderful aroma and look around. Ahead of you is a tall stone wall, but, oddly, to your left, all you see is an off-white nothingness that puzzles you completely until you realize that it is the color of unpainted canvas. To your right is a garden, which appears to be growing dirty pots!
It's actually kind of
cool.
Like
you've never heard of
like blank canvas over there.
Yeah, the painting hasn't
finished yet. Yeah, you've never heard of pot plants, let alone dirty ones, and you don't like them. A weird stance to take. Like, I don't like pot plants. Never have, never will. Don't make me fucking.
We're not going to legalize it at all.
Yes. Oh man, we're going to grow some great pot right here.
They offend your sense of what's right in bakery.
I see.
I see how it is. We're gatekeeping bakery now, are we? That's wild. If you want to take time to wash some of the utensils, turn to 74H. If not, turn to 117H. How bad do you think it'll be if we try to wash some utensils?
I feel like it's... If you went into somebody's kitchen and started cleaning up after them, unbidden, they'd probably react pretty poorly, right? Like they'd be like, "Hey, like don't come into my house and clean. That's not why you're here."
It's they offend your sense of what's right in a bakery, but you're not in a bakery. You're in like a garden.
Yeah.
It's like,
all these. I'm gonna ignore them.
All these plants growing everywhere are totally inappropriate for a bakery.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
117H. We're skipping it. You explore the garden a little more out when you think you begin to get uneasy. You think you hear your old baking master yelling at you to get on with the job. You head for the tall stone wall. It's worth taking a look beyond it. Turn to 50H. Man, this book just needs an editor. It's so like... some sentences are just like, yeah, you put oven food hot if cold. It's like, what is going on? 50H. 50H. Getting a boost from your steam-powered armor, you climb the tall wall and look over. At first, all you can see is a large, relatively speaking, of course, collection of statues of gnomes. You begin to wonder if you found Medusa. If you found some weird kind of gnomish cemetery, then you catch the scent of spices and hear the light, lifting noise of young ladies singing. Led by your nose and your ears, you make your way through the statuary until you find yourself coming into an outdoor kitchen. There's a woman in a grayish hooded robe, kind of like a shroud, working in an oven. The scent of crusty bread makes you salivate. If you go to the baker to ask for some, turn to 64J. If you decide to be polite and wait until the bread is offered, continue to look around by turning to 62E. This is a trap.
Yeah.
You know what the trap is?
But
waiting.
The problem is it's a trap, but I feel like either answer could just as easily spring the trap.
Yeah. I love the idea that you just wait and wait and wait and the bread's never done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it's an illusion? This bread is an illusion, exile. You know?
Are Medusas known for being, good at baking? Like,
I don't know. I'm assuming maybe Medusas have lots of hobbies, Paul.
Yeah, like, to be honest, most stories about Gorgons and Medusa like really concentrate on the like guy fighting Medusa trying to kill her. We don't see like what Medusa's just like doing when people aren't around.
When no one's around, maybe they like to bake.
She's probably has all sorts of things that it's like, I'm not just waiting in this cave for random heroes to come by and try to kill me.
Yeah, it's like we see the trap, we figure out how it works, and we walk right into it. That's actually really good. 64J it is.
All right.
I would like to ask for some, because my character apparently has no fucking idea how to read a room. You stumble as you walk towards the cook. She turns and realizes that it's a Medusa. Those things sticking out of her head aren't hairs, they're snakes. And those statues aren't statues, they're real live gnomes turned to stone. If you have something shiny with you, turn to 74D.
I don't think...
Like the gem? Is the gem
We have
shiny?
the gem. Is the gem count?
Well, so
Our
we have
armor?
shiny.
We have a gem. Does the gem count, Twitch chat?
The
They're
polished
very
handles
vague.
of my
They just
nail
said
guns.
anything, yeah. All right. The ruling council has spoken. The gem counts. All right.
Okay.
Excellent. This means we don't die. I think you're just saying it so we don't die and we just pick this answer anyway, right? I mean, really, your answer doesn't fucking matter. Because I'm just going to ignore the death and just go right to this anyway.
Absolutely.
But I'm trying to give you a sense of agency. You know?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Say you appreciate me.
Oh, no.
This is not...
Okay.
I don't think you have the thing, but
No.
whatever.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Immediately, a vision of a mirror pops into your head. A mirror that will make the Medusa look at herself instead of you and maybe keep you from being turned into stone. You don't have the mirror, but you have a shiny, bright pot. What?
That's why it wanted us to clean the utensils. It wanted us to clean all the pots.
Whatever. We cleaned it. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point, really.
You're like, 1 sec. I'll be back.
I'll be right back.
Slam.
Yeah. I mean, we are a baker. We should have a pot with us anyway, right?
All the time.
Yeah. We're that, that famous Canadian snowboarder that got busted for smoking weed?
Ross Rebliati?
How did I know? How did I know that you were going to rattle that name off? I fucking knew it. You fucking weirdo, Beej.
Thank you, yes.
If anybody knew that name. Yeah, it was a scandal.
He took a performance diminishing substance and he won.
Look.
And they're like, oh, you were on pot, were you? That makes you slower, so you shouldn't have won. What?
He should have got 2 gold medals. Are you kidding me? I can barely put my pants on.
He got reinstated, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
They gave it back. Everyone made enough of a
to him.
stink that they're like, okay, you can have your gold medal back.
Yeah, it's like... I mean, I love how everybody in Canada, too, not to go on too much of a tangent, but everyone's like...
Just like... It was pot!
It's weed!
Yeah.
Like, all I want to do is eat. And fucking Ross is out here winning gold medals against the best athletes in the world.
And then they did that shit this year against the American runner who they found pot in her system, and they were like, oh no, you're disqualified from competing. And it's like, she's a runner. She has to work harder than the snowboarders do.
Yeah.
Like, and you're gonna kick her off the team. And then like 2 other women competed, and they run like a cannabis business. And nothing happened to them. And I'm like, oh, I see how it is.
I mean,
that's wild.
They don't necessarily, or I guess they weren't actually like using it during the course of the actual competition.
Well, I mean, they never got tested for it, it sounded like.
Well, good thing
I
we
just
have
want to
this
make up
pot on
some
us right
conspiracies, Paul. God damn it.
Yeah, Paul. The fuck? Why do you gotta take all Beej's fun away? Beej, you know what? You can have all the conspiracy theories you want.
Hell yeah.
Okay? Let your freak flag fly. You grab the pot and hold it before your face. It's like Romper Room. Like I see Medusa and Medusa.
It's like PUBG with the pan. You're just like,
oh right, bong.
There's 2 references inside of all of us. I say Romper Room, Paul says PUBG. He's much more hip with it than I am. Everyone's, what the fuck is Romper Room?
Well, you'll see it show up in Fortnite in about a week. So.
If the bee from Romper Room shows up in Fortnite, I'll start playing Fortnite. Are you fucking kidding me?
And then Pokeroo shows up too, and we're like, oh my god.
Put Casey and Finnegan from Mr. Dress Up in Fortnite. That'd be fucking awesome.
Somebody from Epic is just getting like a phone call in the middle of the night. Okay, we know how to get another Fortnite player. Get on this right now.
Put the B from Romper Room in there.
Yeah, we need like Buckshot from Alberta CTV.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the idea that they're just like Epic has a ton of money and just wants to increase the player base of Fortnite. So they just like start putting in like things for individual people.
I'm sorry, what the heck is Adam talking about? You got fucking Google? Just Google Romper Room.
Yeah.
It's a children's show. I think it's Canadian, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. TV
It must be Canadian because Americans have never heard of it. They're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. If we're talking about a children's show that you haven't heard of, it was probably a Canadian only one.
Yeah, you were probably watching G.I. Joe because we didn't get that up here. You're watching how to, like, shoot people and whatever. We were watching how to, like,
We were watching how to count.
Yeah.
And a big B.
Yeah.
And fucking, what was the dude from, I guess Mr. Rogers wasn't Canadian, so.
No.
They take the train to fucking whatever it's called.
Mr. Dress Up
Maple Leaf
was.
Land.
But
Yeah. Mr. Dress Up was. Mr. Dress Up was a banger. That was a good show.
Yeah, The Friendly Giant.
Oh, yeah! The Friendly Giant. Love that fucking giraffe.
Yeah.
That was my spirit animal when I was a kid. Fucking love that little homie. They put the rooster in the back. Get in the fucking bag. It's just like...
For some reason, I'm now imagining just like a page of this book that's just like the inside. It's like, do you want to? Then there's just like the giraffe is through the window, the rooster's in the bag. There's like it's like, do you want to talk to the giant sitting in the rocking chair? Do you want to talk to the rooster in the bag? Do you want to do something?
Oh yeah, it's just the art's just Do you want to play with the small furniture by the fireplace?
Oh, God, that's so good.
Yeah. If we were talking on break. I mean, we're going on a tangent now. It's already you've already talked me. We were talking about if we ever wrote a book like this, I would definitely try to fucking squeeze in a big friendly giant room.
Yeah,
yeah. A copyright distinct big friendly giant room.
I mean, they don't seem to care about that.
Not
yeah,
much
that's
anymore.
true. Yeah, they don't really care. All right, what were we doing? Pot in front of our face.
Right.
Medusa. You grab the pot and hold it in front of your face. Just as the Medusa turns towards you, roll the die. If you get a 4 or higher, turn to 50C. If you get a 1 to 3, turn to 145F. Well, one of these is good and one of these is bad. Let's find out. 4. 50C. Did we live? Sure did. You stay still, watching the hem of the evil figure's gray robes. When nothing happens for a few minutes, you finally get the courage to peer out. The gray robes have turned to gray stone, and now you are safe. Smiling happily, you look around the kitchen where the Medusa was working. On the yuckily bloody butcher's table, you find an ornate key. It has a small edged drawing of the gate you entered by on it.
Yucky! I don't want it.
Oh, God.
Deciding not to go any further, you take the key and go back to the gate, turn to 129B. You know what I never understood?
What about the
Are all
delicious
Medusas... Yeah. Are all Medusas fucking morons?
Well, with the like looking at the thing.
Yeah! Don't you think they'd be like, oh, fuck.
I mean,
you know?
I've played enough Hades to understand that the only smart Gorgon is Dusa. All the rest of them are just like, and it's like, come on, guys. I'm going to kick your ass.
They don't really get to like warn each other about the trick because they're turned into stone, right? Yeah, so like each Medusa you encounter, it's like it's like, oh man, mirrors, right? Crap.
And I have a question about Medusa's powers, right?
Right.
Do you have to make eye contact? Because nobody ever makes eye contact. When I look at somebody, I'm looking at their nose.
Right.
Or their forehead or some shit. You know?
That's always the question. Yeah, can you get by Medusa just by like looking, just being like...
Just doing the triangle, right? Left eye, right eye, forehead. Left eye, right eye, forehead. Just kind of bouncing around. Don't actually ever look in the eyes. Just like... No, I'm listening to what you're saying, but I'm trying not to like stare you down.
Or do you
Medusa just needs to look at you? So wait, okay. So, but don't I have to be looking at Medusa? Because if I close my eyes, nothing happens, right?
No, I think, yeah, it's different from like a basilisk or a cockatrice. You looking at it is what turns you to stone or kills you. I think Medusa just looks at you and you turn to stone.
Oh, wow, that's fucked up. Okay. So she has like eye lasers, like invisible fucking...
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess.
Depends on what thing you go by. Like
today I learned.
God of War, it's like a big like cone that comes out and takes you out.
I mean, God of War taught me everything I know about Greek mythology anyway, so
yeah.
it's great. I loved it when Kratos fucking killed Zeus. Wonderful. All right, 129B.
Hell yeah. Now we have both parts.
Yep. When you reach the gate, you close it behind you, pat the stone imp on the head, and jump back down to the floor of the art gallery, key in hand. If you have both the key and the gem, turn to 39D. All right, 39D.
How come we don't get some of that delicious bakery stuff?
Because, Paul, it was fucking made of humans.
It was made of
Or
imps.
gnomes? Or imps?
Oh, like in the Medusa's thing?
Yeah.
Well, they're probably made of gnomes. Would you eat a gnome?
Well, I don't know. It smelled delicious.
So? The principle of the matter. You're telling me that you're going to eat a gnome?
Also, how does she... Wouldn't that be a problem? Like, if she's, like, baking, and she looks at the thing she's baking and just turns to stone, she's like, oh, well, that's another batch useless.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, isn't that like a King Midas situation,
Yeah,
right?
you have to, like, cook while not looking at the stuff you're cooking.
Yeah, does
Just the-
Medusa turn, like, bread into stone?
I don't know if she can turn it off or what. I guess she couldn't turn it off, because then she would just not do it herself.
Can we get her thing a pair of fucking visors like Cyclops from X-Men?
Yeah, that's the
You
stuff.
turn it on and off? Ruby quartz or whatever the fuck it is?
There's got to be, like, some superhero that's got that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Happily, you hand the key and the gem to the lead imp. Immediately, his expression turns from threatening to begrudgingly pleased. Now watch, he says. Hey, everybody, we're going home.
39D.
Oh, okay. All the imps within earshot crowd around you as the head imp tosses the key and the gem you worked so hard to obtain at the dark blue canvas. Instantly, the blue changes to white. The last imp you saw come through the canvas quickly charges back into it and immediately disappears into the white nothingness within the frame. Then, one by one, all the other imps pour through the picture frame back into their own plane of existence. The leader waits until last, and as he pushes his way into the nothingness, he turns back to you and says, if you see any more of us, please let them know that the gate is open and they can go home. As you can agree to do so, the imp turns away, and you think you hear him say, I just hope they believe you. You are free to explore the Art Gallery 118 or return to the Gnome Flinger. Well, I mean,
all those
you better
imps
check
that
out
you
the
told about this is you now retroactively didn't lie to them.
Yeah, that's true. Can the imp give us a gun or no? No?
I guess not.
I want to know where they got guns from. Well, there's central painting, dragon statue, female statues, gnome statues, machinery by gnome statues, and painting above arch and archway. Well, I figure that all the all the paintings will be
like the painting
stuff we've gone to already, right?
Like the painting above the archway is the gate, right?
I would think so. Yeah.
Let's try
machinery by gnome statues. That could be
let's try that. Machinery by gnome statues. 132I. 132I. Your eye is caught by the weird or gnomish looking machines by the statues of the gnomes. If you want to investigate the tall one back of the balding old gnome, tall one back of balding
back, tall one
You
back
guess it's the
of
tall
the
one back of
balding-
the balding old gnome.
Yeah. Is it okay? So it's the tall one in the back of the balding old gnome?
I guess so.
I guess. So it's a machine that looks like a balding old gnome. If you'd rather check out the small one in front of the younger gnome. Oh, is it like... Okay, so there's two machines. There's a balding old gnome with a machine that's got a machine behind it.
Yeah.
And then there's a young one with a
another
machine in
One
front
in
of it.
front of it. Yeah.
Young or old?
We need a
Oh, the
young
old
gnome
one.
and an old gnome.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need a young... yeah,
Cue the
old
tubular
gnome...
bells.
Yeah. Fuck. 14E.
Old gnome.
Old gnome by the sea. As you look at the odd limbs and branches of the tall piece of machinery, one of the gnomes accompanying you comes up and says that the machine was originally invented to fight giants, but only works to clean paintings. Do you think it would work against dragons and draconians, you ask? Right now, it would just clean them. But if you could get it to work the way it was supposed to, it probably would, replies the gnome. If you can see, make the machine work, turn, blah, blah, blah. You've got to get to C.
All right.
Wow. One of the gnomes following you doing something.
Yeah, it was helpful.
One of the gnomes following you shows up and you're like, hey, why aren't you doing things more?
8. I go to A.
Boom.
All right. That's good.
What do I got to get to? C? Oh, this will be an easy. Straight shot, baby. No, 9. That's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It gets you to,
14, good thing.
1 sec. I have to go all the way down. 14. During this encounter, you reach a crossroads of fate. Gnomes would take years to make these decisions, but you take only seconds. Your choices are to have the gnomes arrange for another 24 hours to prepare for the final battle, or to have the gnomish repair crew come and modify your armor, adding 5 points to its systems. Repair us, I guess?
Sure,
why not? None of this means anything.
Mm-hmm.
Choices are meaningless. Life is empty. Fuck.
Go to K.
Go to K?
That's a bad thing.
It's getting hotter.
So that's a bad... Do you remember what number for the bad things we were on?
10 is the next one.
Okay. The next time you are flung, everything works just fine. Oh, no, that's a good thing. 10. You accidentally press yourself against the wall of this chamber and discover that it is white hot. You take 2 points of damage and burns. Okay. Ooh, ow, ouch, owie, my bones. 1 to 6. 50.
What's interesting there is that did actually bypass B, right? Even
Yeah,
though you went to
we just
K,
skipped it.
And 1 to 6, bang, you're there. C.
C. What page are we on?
14E.
And where do we...
If we win, we go to 14A.
Okay. 14A. You fiddle and diddle with the gnomish machine, not really having any idea what you're doing. But when you press the switch that starts it, it heads directly for the dragon statue across the room as if you were going to attack it. You quickly turn off the machine and, hoping that it will have the same urge to destroy real dragons in battle, you give it to a gnome to keep for you until the enemy comes. In the final battle, it will automatically destroy Capac Draconians.
Damn.
Turn to 118.
Can we
Just
just
worthwhile.
have more of those things? All right.
Yeah, can we just you got any more?
118.
I don't think, you know what? I have a feeling that nothing else in this thing will be good. I think these are all Medusa statues, basically.
Could be, yeah.
You know?
Definitely could be, yeah.
I'm just going to go to the archway.
Okay.
68C. Up. You move through the archway into a darkened passage. It must once have been part of the art gallery because you can see dust shadows where pictures have been in the past. But you find nothing now except 2 small doorways. One opens into a passage that immediately slopes downward, and the other is level, but the air in it has a peculiar dryness to the air that makes you cough. When you do cough, you think you hear an answering rustle ahead of you. If this doorway is your choice, turn to 23I. Well...
So we got downward, and we got 23, and we got dry coughing.
Dry air.
Place.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the dry coughing, 23I.
All right.
It would be rude not to. Walking through a twisting passageway, it lit only by a weird phosphorescence on the stone walls, you finally come to 110.
Hey, this is a
New?
place you have not been before, I don't think.
Cool. Yeah.
Wait, no, we've been here.
Skeleton?
I remember this room.
The skeleton
Might have been in the
guy?
first. It might have been our first run through then.
Definitely.
I think we were here on our first run through. Pretty sure?
How's the information work for this room then? What's the flavor text?
Oh. The moment your foot falls in the new chamber, you find yourself challenged by a ghastly armored skeleton. Your eyes dart around looking for some way to get out of there. Quickly, when you see an imp caught in a trap hanging from the ceiling. At least the imp won't be a problem for you. You've got quite enough of a problem now. Halt, says the skeleton. This is Lord Soth's domain. No mortal is to come in here. You've heard of the undead Lord Soth, who pays for his evil misdeeds by eternal undeath. You don't know why any of his men, skeletons, would be here in Mount Nevermind, but I must look everywhere. And that's what the gnomes asked me to do. You don't much like arguing with a skeleton. You must leave immediately or die at our hands. The figure hefts its sword meaningfully. If you want to leave, turn around and make your way back to 8. But if you're determined to see this place, turn to 136A and prepare to fight.
Wait.
Yeah, we've done this room. I remember this room. I can't remember what happened, but nothing good happened.
Does your ghost thing apply to just
skeletons?
Is it undead or is it ghosts?
Well, it says like ghosts, specters. But do you argue that a skeleton is just a ghost?
Because I mean, it's
dead.
Yeah, but it is also like a thing.
I mean, they're definitely undead. The question is whether your thing is for ghosts or whether it's.
It said all undead. Oh yeah, it did say all undead.
Wow.
Fucking right.
You know the secret.
You already cheated once. I didn't cheat. The
all
fuck?
right, 136A then.
I didn't cheat.
Luckily, you have a book that says all skeletons are afraid of raisins. And you go, ha ha ha.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in chat that have a lot of icons next to their names saying it said all undead, so I'm sure one of them's a mod.
Dude, which one? What did I say?
You're going to 136A.
Okay.
So it's 136, and then conduct combat with the lieutenant.
Well, we win.
You win.
116J. Dude, there's some cool rooms that we haven't found yet, and I don't know how to get to them.
The gnome flinger.
Yeah, we can always go back and go into the gnome flinger.
Okay, listen up, asshole. Fucking, I know the way to get there is the gnome flinger, okay?
Like, I feel like the rooms aren't all necessarily connected, right?
God, I just want to fucking shake you. What is it? 116J?
I thought it was 136A, wasn't it?
No,
I must be wrong.
136A is to conduct combat, and then when you
win...
win...
and if you win, it's 116J.
116J.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
The skeleton has trouble getting its sword into the vulnerable parts of your armor, but your steam-powered armor easily smashes the figure's dry bones to dust. The other skeletons watch the fight with interest, but when you are clearly the victor, they just return to their tasks and leave you alone.
Fuck, ignore Jerry.
Yeah.
They're like, we never liked that guy anyway.
Check out that asshole.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Turn to 110. Yeah, we've done this. We did this room the first time we were here.
Okay.
I think most of it was trapped. Much like the treasure chest with the skull and crossbones on it, I will give you 3 guesses as to how trapped it was.
There's literally a skeleton attempting to open the chest.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get much more, ominous than that.
There's one room I want to do before we go to the final battle.
Okay.
The clock room.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to 8. We're going to find the clock room. We're going to go there. Because that dragon, the goldfish turned into a dragon and told us, hey, go to the clock room. Right?
Yeah.
So
there's one called the clocks.
Yeah, on the 5th we've got water, clocks, steam, heat.
The heat in the train. We made it to the train. Remember with the train?
Yeah, I remember the train.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
2,
I think because
4.
I remember them saying the TikTok room is what we had to make it to.
Yeah. Do you think it's just the clocks? Do you think it's that easy, right?
I think it's just the clocks, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems reasonable.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go to 24. Is this it? This looks like it.
I mean, this definitely looks like a clock room.
Mm-hmm. All right. Our suddenly somebody please just fucking edit this. I'm gonna read as written too. Yep. We're doing some D&D rules lawyer shit right now. Your RR suddenly lambasted hundreds of clings, tings, clocks, ding-dongs, and off-key tinkles. You have entered a chamber of clocks and hourglasses, none of which you realize, as the ear-splitting noise continues for a long... What?
I had an off-key tinkle one time. It was not cool.
Oh, tinkle! Tinkle, I'm sorry. I'll see myself out.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, you little weirdo. Your fucking pajamas. Fucking who wears pajamas all day? Okay? It's fucking weird.
I wear pajamas all day.
Yeah, are we talking generally or in the past year and a half?
No, I'm talking about like a full suit pajamas. Like you don't have a full bodysuit pajamas, like a butt flap and stuff. That's with little booties, you know?
Mm-hmm. An integrated hat, yeah.
Yeah. You don't wear that.
You don't wear just a full-on green bodysuit.
I love this outfit. It's my favorite. I'm so comfortable. You're just sitting. Just your face is showing.
Yeah.
Heather, bring me some tomato soup. I'm hungry.
Well, don't spill any or you'll have to wash your outfit. No!
No, it can't go in the wash. It loses its comfort.
I just broke it in.
All right. What you realize is the ear-splitting noise continues for long, painful minutes. Agree with each other exactly. What is this? I don't feel like I'm reading. Okay. It must be somewhere near some hour, but you don't know which one.
A bunch of clocks just rang.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened there.
As the noise gradually lessens, you begin to perceive with your other senses. That's when you see that there's a lovely human woman standing in the room. You see the same astonishment on her face that you feel on yours at finding another human in this place.
But before
either of you can speak, she's the illusion, by the way. You see an imp peering at you from behind a small sundial top footstool. If you want to deal with the imp right away, turn to 120. No. Fucking imp's gone.
The 120 die is the one. Yeah, that's
They roll the dice, and then your home planet needs you. But you know what? I'm going to rule that since we fixed the fucking portal, every imp believes us.
Yes.
If you figure that with 2 humans, 1 elven wizard, and several gnomes in the room, you don't need to worry about the imp now, or if you just want to ignore it for some other reason, begin exploring. Well, the human female is an illusion. Exile. So.
You think so?
I guarantee. Okay, 43D. I'm fucking nailing this, right?
Yeah.
Shit. I was wrong. That's why pencils have erasers, right?
Yeah.
When you turn and look at the human female, she shrugs slightly as if to say, well, finally you noticed me. Then she looks at you more closely and smiles. Hello, she says. Are you here to pick up a clock too? No, I'm not here to fucking pick up a clock. What is this?
Wow.
No, you reply. I'm here to help the gnomes up with a special project. You don't want to frighten her.
Yes. Never heard of dragons before.
Just wait. Yes. The invading draconians. Oh. Well, the gnomes are nice little guys. They could use some help. Then an excited look comes across the woman's face. Hey, why don't I help you too? I've got to wait here until they fix my clock. So I was hoping she'd say clean her clock.
Yeah.
Somehow they turned it into an hourglass, and I don't need an hourglass. I want back the clock I bought in. So if you want some help, I'm available. You talk some more and find out that she's Princess Narania from a small island near Mount Nevermind. She says she's very good at exploring and would be glad to travel with you through the Gnomes Mountain and help you find things that would need to confront the evil cohorts of the Queen of Darkness. If you want Narania's help, turn to 27A. If you think you can work without her, turn to 134G. Is this a famous character in Dragonlance or some shit?
Must be.
She can just it's like, okay. It's like, great. That's awesome that you can help me. Join the giant pack of gnomes that are following
Get in line.
Me. Yeah.
You can be number 69. Eyebrow waggle, wink, wink.
But we're number 69. You get to be number 70 and ruin the joke.
Princess Narania from a small island.
Yeah.
Why not take her with us?
Yeah, sure, why not? This won't end poorly.
She's a mimic.
When you say yes, the princess excitedly promises that you won't be sorry. This will be much more interesting than waiting for her floating clock to be fixed. She starts dancing lightly around the room, looking at everything there is to see. Maybe I'll find something that will be useful, she replies when you ask what she's doing. Turn to the beneficent random effects table on page 159. See how her aid helps you in this chamber. She's delighted that you agreed to take her with you. Make a note to return to 113E as soon as you enter the next time chamber you come.
Like, do they mean the next time chamber or the next time you come to a chamber?
As soon as you enter the next time chamber you come to, before you react to any choices given you, for now, return to 24. Well, We get a random benefit.
Yeah.
So you're at 15 benefit.
15? In your next encounter with an enemy, a crack in the earth opens up and your enemy falls in. If you ever return to this area, though, the enemy will be back. Wow, that's fucked up.
All right.
That's some biblical shit. What the fuck? Yeah. God's just like, you get one, and then just fucking opens up. Holy, thanks, God. You know?
I mean, the crack in the earth is just in the mountain. They just fall through to the next floor.
I remember you in the mountains. What's the page number we were
on? 24 was the clock room.
Okay. Everybody gets one. All right, so there's gnome with back turn, elven wizard, forward-facing gnome, sundial stool, candles, flaming hourglass, steam-powered clock on platform, tall grandfather clock, bells hanging from ceiling, large crystal hourglass, all remaining timepieces. Does anybody remember what the dragon said?
I thought it was the biggest clock in the room. Like, I thought it was either going to be the steam-powered clock or the tall grandfather clock.
Where's the picture? I think it's the big clock with like the big hands on the right.
Okay.
Which one's that? Steam
powered? Steam powered clock.
Yeah, because there's like steps going up to it, right?
Yeah. 18D.
18?
Yeah. A huge steam-powered clock, well over twice your own height, stands at one side of the chamber on a raised platform. If you know what is special about the clock and prepared to use it, turn to 114A. I think so, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we know that a clock is special.
We knew that there was that it was like we can travel through time with it, right? That's what we were told.
Sure, I guess. I'm going to argue that we know what it is. But do you know? No, we don't know. 114A. You're ready to step through a door in the clock hand. Pick a number at random that you want to go to, then just step through the opening and turn to the appropriate page. Stay in the chamber as long as you want, but when you're ready to leave, you must return to 24 where a normal day is passing.
Oh, it's a warp to different chambers.
So we can just go anywhere?
We can go anywhere?
Yeah, just pick a chamber random that you want to go to.
Pick a chamber at random that you want to go to. So not random?
Yeah, weird. Yeah, hang on.
So wait, can we just pick art and go to that page?
I think so, yeah.
Which art do you want to look at that we haven't seen yet? Is there any that you caught your eye? Also, hello, Benjamin.
Oh, hey.
How are you?
I don't know. We got there's this one.
Whoa. What the hell? One.
That could be good. There's
I'm just looking at stuff like place. Oh, Scott. Wait, that's the robot from Lost in Space, isn't it?
Okay, yeah. Which room is that, Paul? Paul.
Wait. I'm still looking around. What else we got? What else we got?
Oh, wait. What about fucking 20? Look at. What about 20?
20?
Yeah.
God, what if there's a room that you actually can't get to unless you do it this way?
This has got all sorts of interesting stuff going on there.
It's got a big octopus.
Jesus.
Some Amazon warriors, big octopus.
Do any of these not have an imp in them?
No, they should all have.
This one's got a bunch of cool looking stuff.
What the fuck is that? Well, I don't know what to pick. Oh, what about 36?
The like Renaissance fair?
Yeah, it's like a Renaissance fair.
Except I guess that would be just like a normal fair because that's
There's a big actual dragon there too. Like that might be something we have to go to. Look at all the dragon celebrations that are going on.
Yeah, but we don't like dragons.
Right, but maybe this is like if this is a time travel thing, maybe this takes us to like a chamber where people like got along with dragons and they can help us solve the problem.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, like,
I like this one. And we can go
to
the
Renaissance fair?
want.
I want to go to the Gundam. Where's the robot one?
That's
the Leif Erikson room. Hold up. I'm just making one last glance.
Yeah.
all sorts of
let's see.
Now we get to just return to 24 when we're done.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
But I don't want to go back to 24.
Right, but when we're done here, it's like we can finish
we
whatever
just get
we're doing.
teleported back and we can just fucking...
Yeah, then we can pick another chamber after that too.
Yeah, what was the Gundam room, Paul?
Hey,
with the robots.
There's this room.
They're
making like a mech dragon.
No, I think they're changing. I think they're dentists.
Yeah, they are dentists. They're putting
giving him teeth.
They're giving him teeth.
He's got like a robot hand too.
Oh, okay.
I
still like the robots.
Okay.
All right, let's that's 29.
You remember? 29?
28 is the room.
28 is the room.
That number's on a clock, right? It works. Yeah, I just want to... Wait a second. Okay. So, you gasp as you see the giant metal robot dominating the huge chamber. The little gnomes don't seem any larger than its big toe, and the steam compressor that runs the man-like figure is even larger. However, when you finally pull your eyes away, you realize that there are other metal steam-powered figures in the room too. You wonder suddenly if there is an imp in the chamber, or does it matter? If you want to talk to the gnomes, turn to 149L. If you think you better look for the imp first, turn to 149E. Well,
now we do have the princess with us, and next time we go to a chamber was go to 113E.
Oh, we gotta do that right away, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
we're 113E. You stop short as you see the new room you are in. Princess Narenia, right behind you, stops abruptly too, but she manages to cause some difficulties for you. Turn to the Malefic random effects table on 158.
Oh, shit.
All right. She causes... What were we on? Do you remember, Paul?
10.
What? We should be 11. The bad thing 11.
Okay.
Whenever the Draconian bookmark is, take it out of the page and bring it to the chamber you are currently at, for the Draconian is attacking you. Sick.
Attacking or engaging?
All right.
Well, you have to roll to see what Draconian is.
Okay.
You're going to love this because the next time you're attacked by somebody, the place opens up below him. So if he actually attacks you, a crack opens in the ground and he falls through.
The amused Draconian.
All right.
What page is that?
59I.
Nice. 59I.
God, so many parentheticals.
Before anything else happens to you in this chamber, you find yourself confronted by a Draconian fighter of unusual size and obvious strength. You must be a scout for the advancing dragon army. At the sight of you, the Draconian starts laughing. Embarrassed, you rush up to attack, and the creature easily ducks your every attack and still laughs. Finally, you are panting with exhaustion, and the Draconian hisses at you. The gnomes have really outdone themselves now. I can't wait till I get back to tell the war leaders about this man of tin. I think we will celebrate before the coming battle. Tell your gnomish leaders to take 48 more hours to prepare. I'd let you have even more time. But some of the dragons have had the roasted gnome in quite some time. The creature leaves, still laughing, but at least you know you have 48 hours to prepare. Wow. He gave us 2 extra days. He's just like, we're going to fucking win.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, wow. Okay. Yeah, we can take some more time.
Yeah. We're at 113.
Yeah, we have to go back to 113E.
Yeah. After seeing the damage the princess can cause, you wonder if you made a mistake by bringing her along. But now you have no choice. She stays out of range of all combat, so the only way you can get rid of her is to return to the clock room and use the wonderful technological capabilities or abilities of the special clock you might have learned from there. If you don't understand that, you are stuck with Princess Narenia until you return to the Gnome Flinger. From now on, every time you enter a new chamber, you must roll a die. On an even result, you get a benefit, and then on an odd result, you get a bad thing. All thanks to the unpredictable help of the beautiful princess. Which chamber were we just in? Does anybody remember?
28.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we finish this chamber, we got to take a break. We got to run some ads.
All right. Let's do it. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Hello and welcome back to DiceFriends, where myself, Beej, and Paul are still playing through Gnomes 100 Dragon 0. We're almost at the end. We got one more room to get through, and I think we're going to go to the final battle. So we have found ourselves inside a room with giant robots.
Pretty good.
It looks like that.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it looks like that. So there is hose device being used by gnomes, small warrior robot, dragon robot, beam shooting device, gnomes at left, tube and cone device, huge robot, and tunnel it back. Well, I guess I'd be an idiot if I didn't look at the huge robot first, right?
Oh, yeah, agreed.
It's just the way it works. 72C?
72C.
Come on, steps on you.
What?
You know, it's kind of like randomly like, can you step on me, please? It's like, yes. Oh, that's the stuff.
That's $5. They're like, and then you're like harder, and then the robot's like, what? And you're like, what? And
Sorry, I'm a millennial. It just slips out.
yeah. What was it? 72 what?
72C.
Yeah,
C,
72C. 10 if the gnomes watch. All right. All right, Twitch chat, don't make me get the hose, okay? You thought that a gnome might be the size of the monster's big toe, but as you draw closer, you discover that its toe is even taller than you. You practically have to bend backward to the ground to stare up at the top of the metal behemoth. The thunder of the steam compressor making its move almost deafens you. As you study it, you realize that there are hundreds of dials and levers all over its body and limbs. If you want to try to see what happens, turn to 104F. If you decide you really shouldn't touch them, turn to 35G. Well, I mean...
Come on, man.
No one's here to tell you shouldn't.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to, right?
Yeah.
104F.
They're like, oh, there's a giant robot. Oh, it has levers on it. Well, okay, then I won't look to anything.
You climb up onto the giant foot and stretch as high as you can up to the smooth metallic leg until you reach a small lever. You flip it over, and its arm falls off.
Yeah, good job.
At the first sound of crashing metal overwhelms everything else, but then you hear an ear-splitting alarm go off, klaxon sound making your eyes bulge, and from out of nowhere come running a whole bunch of officious-looking gnomes. They grab you, wrestle you to the ground, and you lose another 24 hours while these inspectors from the Hexagon check your identity. When you finally free to go, having convinced the inspectors that you're not some kind of saboteur, you decide it's time to leave the chamber. There's no point in staying where everyone is laughing at you. You return to the gnome flinger. Well, that fucking solves that problem, right? We just get to go back. All right, let's do this final battle.
Wow. It's just
Sorry,
like
we broke the giant robot.
Yeah. Okay, so to be fair, when you're told to return, you actually go back to 24, to the TikTok chamber.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. Well, whatever. I'm going back. It doesn't matter, because when we're ready to start the final battle, we go to 82.
Okay, let's go to 82.
We're going to 82. This is going to be bad. I can just tell already. Well, there's pictures. There's two of them.
It's the
That's cute. Up above.
Down.
If you look up, there's like a
Rah.
Wow.
bunch of dragons.
And then there's also us with the thing.
What's the over-under on this sucking?
Oh, God. I think it's about...
Do you think you'll... Like, I think you've got a pretty good chance of winning at this point.
Yeah. I would hope so.
Whether
we
or not
cheated
you
our
actually,
asses off.
Whether or not you actually, whether it's like a fun thing, you know, who knows? But
Oh, that's a good point. Is this going to be fun, is the question. I mean, it's a final encounter. There got to be a lot of stuff to do.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
A cloud the sky greets you on the day when you know you must meet the Dark Queen's dragon army. The gnomes crowd around you, showing an energy you haven't seen from them before. You hear them shouting to one another. We'll kick their tails across the sea. With Rye commanding, they don't stand a chance. Wait till Rye shows how we fixed up those things he's been finding.
Sure.
The last statement startles you out of your reverie, and you shout, "What do you mean you fix up the things I found?" Obviously, you've been among the gnomes far too long. When you finally get some straight, slow answers, they come down to, well, we thought we'd help you by making all the things you found better. We broke some of them and lost some others, but excitedly, we made some things a lot better. Not believing what you just heard, you rush to the holding area on the plane where the battle must take place. Then you discover that all the devices you found have been combined into one huge mess of pipes, crystals, steam boilers, and other junk. You mean it didn't fucking matter?
Yeah, sounds great.
Fuck!
No, not necessarily. Like they've made a thing. So there was a thing. There was a thing that was like with the guy who like inspects stuff.
Ah, yes.
That was like when the big battle starts, go to here. But I don't remember where there was.
Hang on. I probably made a note of it. And I didn't make a lot of notes, so
47 maybe?
Give me a second. We've been to a lot of rooms.
Wow, this went from 0 to suck way faster than I thought.
Turn to 151 to get help.
Okay. Good thing we found that fucking gnome in that weird capsule. In the birthing fluid. 151?
Wait,
Yep.
151? That's
151 is nothing.
All right, cool.
Could it
So
be-
I'm going to roll back.
could it be 15I?
Hang on.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
could
it's
be turn-
15I.
yeah,
There is no
15I.
151.
15I or 15L then maybe.
Oh, yeah. The gnome you saved from the Griffin's capsule has been very helpful. He has looked as all your items and found that several were illusionary. What this means in game terms is that any of the illusions that would have caused you to lose the battle now do not exist. You don't receive the magic or gnomish effects you has hoped for, but Cho's items aren't as devastating as the other ones anyway. Also, any illusions you acquire in the future will be discovered by this gnome. If you ever suffer damage from an illusion during the rest of your quest, the gnome's efforts negate that damage as if it never happened.
Great.
Wow.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of this was handwritten.
Yeah.
Okay.
Editing is purely theoretical. Okay, well, instead of many good items, we just have one crappy item, so that works out, right?
Well,
Like,
but it's an item that's like made up of all the stuff that we collected theoretically, right?
So we add all those things together, and then we have things that 82A seems to explain how this whole thing is going to work.
yeah.
All right, let's check it out.
The final battle weapons table shows all the items that could be found while you adventured through Mount Nevermind to prepare for the final battle, and their value in the battle. Wow, how many times can they say battle in one sentence? That was. As you get ready to face the dragons and their evil hordes, inspect each of the things you have brought to the battle using the gnomish inspection table below. This tells you what has happened to each device between the time you found it and the battle. To use the table, generate a number from 1 to 12, and the results tell you how to mark the list of devices. Though the list has all the items possible in the mound, you should only use the ones you found for the battle. Inspecting your gnomish war machine, you discover many things have changed from the way you left them. Roll on the gnomish inspection chart to determine what the gnomes did to each item. Special note, any item that merely eliminates an enemy type can't be doubled in strength. It just continues to do what it does. All right, so each item we found we have to roll, and then we get like either bad news, okay news, or amazing news, right?
Right.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Okay, so we have
Yeah, what do we have?
the red dragon beam. No, wait, no,
Yeah.
we've got the ancient dragon,
Wow, this
which eliminates
thing
red
sucks.
dragons.
Okay.
We talked to the gold dragon.
We've talked.
So we roll for that first?
Sure, yeah. So then, where does the
That's bad.
Oh, bad news.
No, okay
So one-
news is 3 to 10.
Okay.
The gnomes look sad to say that no matter what they did, they just couldn't improve on this device, so they just added it to the machine. You use this device normally in battle.
All of these devices are like a dragon, but okay.
Okay.
All right, so that's fine. So we
Okay.
eliminate all red dragons. Boom.
Yeah.
We've got the one that eliminates green. We've got the gold dragon that eliminates green dragons.
Yeah.
Okay. I like how we're just full on adding like just a fucking dragon to this machine. Like it's
Oh god, that lava lamp in the library actually had value.
Yep.
7. Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Turns out it was a lamp that shot lava. I guess I don't know. Anyway,
Fuck. Okay, well, we got a 7, so it's fine. It just operates normally.
Okay. The Civac book.
Oh, yeah.
That was in the library as well.
Yeah. It's fine.
Fine. What else do we have?
Do we need to roll for these? No, we're just going through the motions.
The Ancient Dragon? Didn't we find that on the train?
Yeah, we rolled for that already.
Okay.
We've got
I think that's all we found, right? Well, we got the chunk thrower, don't we?
Yes.
But we just...
Yeah, we have the chunk thrower.
Yeah.
What about the crystal sphere? Did we do that?
Chunk thrower is fine.
Chunk thrower is fine. There's more stuff here, isn't there? Right.
Oh wait, didn't we got the dragon? Didn't we get the dragon button device from the maze?
Right, but that's...
Yeah, but we have to turn to 153D.
Oh, right. Find out what it does.
Yeah, let's do that first.
153D.
Yeah. The fierce, evil destruction dragons and their smaller, evil-created relatives, the Draconians, arrive at Mount Nevermind in hordes. You are among the first to die because the dragon attention box was just an illusion created by the imp.
Which doesn't hurt us then, because
we have
none of the illusions figured
out. Oh, yeah.
We're fine.
Wow. What a shitty way to end, right?
Yeah. It turns out all the paintings would have eliminated various things.
Wow.
Oh, really?
We do have the thing that eliminates capax. So we can roll for that. I don't know if we want to bother rolling for all this stuff, but...
We're going to roll for it. Sure.
That's fine. With magic spear.
Oh, yeah. It's fine.
It's fine. Do we have the frost ray machine, or did we give that up?
No, we gave that up.
We have the silver dragon.
Yeah.
That eliminate, or the bard that eliminates white dragons. That's fine.
Cock's in our favor, baby. That's a 4.
And we've got
the cleaning machine.
What else did we get? Oh yeah,
we
got
in the gallery.
We got the magic spear. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were in the gallery, we got that cleaning machine that's supposed to take out Copics.
Yeah, we rolled for that.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. I'm trying to follow along here.
So that's it, I guess?
The war machine.
My God, there's so much stuff.
Yeah. The Dragon mirror? We didn't do that, did we?
Oh man, we could have gotten an inflatable dragon.
Didn't we get the dragon mirror? No, we got the dragon mirror.
Okay. Yeah,
remember
we
the
did.
thing was
right.
like, it's a special mirror that only fucking fucks up dragons. I'm like, thanks, idiot. And we just took it.
That's right.
Okay.
I roll for the dragon mirror. 11 or 12. 3's fine. It works.
We salute you, our half-inflated Dark Lord.
Basically, everything we've been doing has been... So everything has just been fine. We haven't... Nothing's improved or not stopped working.
That sounds good.
So it says, final battle scoring. Your Gnomish army has a total of 100 life points for this battle. Your Gnomish war machine hits on rolls of 8 or less. The dragon army has a total of 200 life points. But because its generals can't figure out your battle plan or even what you're using against them, they hit on rolls of 7 or less. Using the final battle weapons table, total the offensive numbers only for those items you obtained and which survived the Gnomish inspection chart, and add 10 points to the total. This is your offensive score. Also, total the defensive numbers only for items you obtain and add 10 points. This gives you your defensive score. Using the dragon arrival table, cross out all the creature types and their offensive and defensive numbers that your Gnomish devices, equipment, and allies eliminate. Add up the remaining offensive numbers for an offensive score and the remaining defensive numbers for a defensive score to be used in combat. Generate a number from 1 to 12 every time you or your enemies attack. If the dragon army hits your army, subtract your defensive score from your dragon army's offensive score. This is the amount of... Okay, you know...
So
what the fuck just happened?
So you're going to do a lot of math. There's a lot of spreadsheeting involved.
Yeah, I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just letting you know right now. But look, I'm too cute to do math.
Yeah. It's basically combine your total offensive skill and their total offensive skill. And then if you win, then you'll have... then you'll take this. They'll take this much damage. If you win, you take this much damage, or whatever, right? Like against their defensive or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, math is for blockers and also dragons.
Yeah.
So we only have to fight
So
a small number of these. Like a bunch of these are already dead.
yeah.
So wait, let me.
So
Paul
your war.
sounds like he wants to do the math.
Let me get a thing.
Paul
here.
wants to do the math.
So we got the. All we have to fight. You can see the list right here. All we have to. So we have to fight the Auroch guys.
Yeah.
Who are 1714. We don't have to fight the Baz guys. We have to fight the Bozak Draconians.
Mm-hmm.
Who are 1512.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is that we
don't
win.
have to do the Capek. We don't have to do the Civic. We got to fight the Blue Dragons. They're 3018.
The Honda Civic. We have to fight Black Dragons. They're 18 and 15.
18, 15. We don't need green, don't need red. We have to fight Shadow Dragons.
15, 13. And some jackass humans
13,
who jumped in to be a part of this whole thing.
And then humans and ogres. So 12, 11.
Ogres?
And I don't even know ogres were involved in this. Okay. So we got. So then I guess we have to add up all the attacks and all the defenses.
I guess. But then how do we... I still don't even know how it works. So it's like, we roll a 1 to 12. If we hit, we subtract... Are we subtracting our offensive number from their defensive and then vice versa? If they hit us?
I guess the defensive is like their armor.
Okay. Paul, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not rolling all these dice. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm not leaving. I want to know what happens.
So their offensive is 122.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Defensive is
97?
Yeah, 97.
Great.
So how much is our offensive, though, and our defensive? Because if our defensive is like 20, they hit us once and we die.
Well, it's a subtracted thing. If they hit us for 122 and our defensive is high enough from everything that we have, then it will absorb that. It'll absorb a lot of that offense for us every time.
Okay.
Beej is not an accountant. I want to be very clear.
Yeah.
So we have 100 life points.
Yep.
And they've got 200 life points.
Yep.
And then so they hit us and their offense is taken, like the defensive number is taken from their offense, and then that excess, it tramples over and takes life from us.
Correct.
So we could still theoretically, if we only have 20 defense and they have 127 offense, we just die.
Yes, correct.
So how much defense do we have? Do we know?
Let's find out.
I think it's only like fucking 20.
We only found like 2 or 3 items, right? Like, do we have a base defense we start with?
It says add 10. Yeah, it says you add 10 to the add 10 to your attack and add 10 to your defense.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
So I have our attack at like 23 and our defense at 20. I thought we were doing a lot better than this, to be honest.
No.
Yeah, right? Fuck.
We weren't.
We had to basically eliminate everything we could.
We didn't find anything. Looking at that chart, there is so much shit that we missed.
Yeah.
Like, look at how much stuff there is.
Yeah.
That's actually insane.
I feel like you have to play this book for for goddamn days.
Yeah.
'Cause
Now
it
we
does
die.
not-
Well, I mean, we get fucking obliterated because the dragons come up and be like, nice fucking thing.
Do you want to? Do you want to just? Do you want to just
win?
roll for it? Just roll.
Oh, just
roll
a
attack
fucking
for us.
straight up roll?
Yeah, we roll, they roll.
One-
Let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
My champion faces your champion.
Okay, so but what if do we get to go first? So if we hit on an 8, like we hit on an 8 or less, they hit on a 7 or less, right? The first person to hit wins?
Yes.
Okay. We roll. We win.
We crit. Hooray!
Wow. Hooray! We did it. Wow, that was really good. So where's the ending? Like it just says good luck.
At the end, so it says you ought if you win the war, if you're
turn to
defensive-
118i.
Yeah, 118i is the winning, and 86J is the lose.
Ah.
All right, well, let's go to 118i and see what happens.
I hope
'Cause,
86
yeah, like-
All right,
is
everybody.
like,
It's been
our-
3 weeks.
Our
What's the-
offensive score is less than their defensive thing, so like we can't do any damage to them the way
Yeah.
it is right now. Which,
Oh. So unwinnable.
theoretically, we automatically lost that war, but you know what?
Okay.
Who cares?
Wait, 118i?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's not anything to do.
yeah, that isn't anything. What the?
Oh, isn't that the typo? Didn't somebody say there was like a typo in the end
What a
that sends
place to
us?
have. That is definitely 118i.
Yeah. Didn't somebody say that there was a typo at the end of this book
Oh
where
my
it's like they
God.
send us to the wrong page?
So we killed. We
Well,
win. The
I guess
massive,
we lose.
we kill.
yeah.
We win the massive battle against the dragons. As we walk through the chamber, trying to see what you can without really opening your eyes, the imp pops out of nowhere and leaps, chittering meanly onto your shoulders, with pain still in your eyes. From the horrible device the imp gave you, there's no way you've got the strength left to fight the creature. You turn, push it off, and go back to the gnome flinger.
Oh my god.
It's not a really definitive ending.
There's no because there's no L. There's nothing else
Well-
on 118 that actually has any sort of like ending.
Since we can't find the winning end, your effort has not been enough. The
Yeah.
evil hordes of the Dark Queen cannot be stopped. At least here, not here, at Mount Nevermind. As a poisoned sword enters your body, you're almost glad that you won't be able to hear the sounds of Mount Nevermind ... dying. Oh, maybe it's 18i? I don't know.
As
You can take a look.
deaths in this game go, that's not even that bad.
No, that's pretty tame.
Yeah, try 18i maybe.
18i?
Nope.
Nope.
Eight-
Talking about a wonderful dragon pattern.
92k? Wait. The few. Okay, yeah, we win. Okay, so here our
Okay.
machine wins. We had fucking 20 offense, but we're the plucky underdogs, and everybody knows that the hero always wins. Okay.
That's right.
The few remaining draconians flutter away, panic-stricken and stunned at your success. All around you, the dead crumble to dust and soot in an amazing way that the horrible creatures invented by the Dark Queen can do. You stay undercover, waiting for other surprises such as exploding bones of the Bozak Draconians or acid pools formed by the dead Kapak Draconians. We did it! We did it! Shouts your diminutive army as the gnomes venture out of hiding. Behind them stream the inventors who quickly scramble over your war machine, marveling at the cleverness. At last, you remove your steam-powered armor, flexing your shoulders in relief. Somehow, you did it. The gnomes and their life quest can go on. You find yourself kind of envying the little people, their enthusiasms. Somehow, your prospects of life as a baker don't quite seem as exciting as they did before you entered Mount Nevermind. That's the fucking ending. ...
I'm disappointed with where my life is going.
I spent 3 fucking weeks of my life reading this book and playing their fucking games and sending imps back to a fucking portal. And that's how they fucking repay me?
Wow.
You ever just do a thing and then realize that your whole life is a fucking waste of time?
I mean, this guy did.
Yeah.
but also us.
Also us.
I by the way, I searched for Princess Narenia.
Yeah.
So if you Princess Narenia Dragonlance, the only instance is this book.
Oh, okay.
However, Princess Narenia is actually from Sailor Moon.
Oh, shit.
That's weird because it's Nehelenia is how they would spell it
But it is
in most translations.
sometimes transliterated to Narenia, I guess. Apparently.
Yeah, I could see that.
At least in some places on Google.
But hey, we finished another book.
Oh, maybe it's the French in French Sailor Moon. That's how they spell it.
Good.
Oh yeah,
right.
we never used the crack in the earth bonus. Wouldn't the army just the crack open up?
You're
and
right.
everything
Holy
swallow
shit,
it?
that was our next encounter.
That was our next fight, baby.
Technically an encounter.
Yeah.
Technically an encounter, yeah. Technically it was an encounter.
God's like, you get one. Well, I know where I'm going to use it.
No, please don't fight me. I gotta save this. Please. Please. We did it. All right, everybody. Well, that was fun. I mean, that book was pretty good, but it got less like weird.
Yeah.
Fairymound was just fucking weird. Right?
This book was way more like you didn't get teleported like you did in Fairymound, but this one it was so like honeycombed, like you would just go from one room to the next, to the next, to the next. Like all the rooms were sort of like we actually barely needed to go back to the gnome flinger.
I wanted to believe that what was going to happen when it's like, oh, go through a tunnel. It's like it leads downward. I'm like, does that mean that from that room, if you were to go downward, that you would end up in a room on the lower floor somewhere? And I was never quite sure if that was actually working, because it'd be really funny if you ended up on one that was above.
Yeah, if there was actually like some logic to it.
Yeah.
And then I mean, not to it seems dumb to question it on like a narrative point of view, because but the fact that none of the gnomes in the entire place that you go to are in any way inclined to like help you or do anything to help the war effort or support in any way seems just like odd from a narrative point of view.
I think I'd like to see this game like turned into a Twine game or something a little more than that, just because it's like for the equipment tracking and stuff too, right?
Yeah, I feel like this game would definitely benefit probably more than the Fairymound with just having that something to track stuff. And keeping it like and because there is a lot of stuff that is like not explicitly. It's not like if you have this, like a lot of the things are not in the text. If you have this, go to page 12 or whatever. It'll be in the description of that item when you got it. It will be like the next time you see this thing, instead go to this page. But of course. We've forgotten it by the time
God,
we
imagine
encounter that thing.
Using timing rules and stuff.
It seems miserable. I'm glad I decided not to ever do any of the timing stuff, because like, I don't know. The whole point of these books is for us just to read through it and be like, haha, this is weird, you know? It's like it's not the point of us to play it correctly.
It's like let's read how goofy the ideas were and all that, like in the final bug and whatnot. Let's make fun of the protagonist and
Fairymound had like a few typos in it, but it was not nearly this bad.
This one's real bad. So
and just like word order, even it's like, what is this sentence actually trying to say?
Somebody in chat last week had said that they'd heard a story, and maybe it's not true, but they'd heard a story that largely this was during a time at TSR where people they'd write stuff and submit it. And it would be like, okay, this has to go to editing, but it would just go to like in a big packet. The manuscript would go into a room, and they'd be like, great, publish it. They just grab stuff and be like, it's good to go. And it's like there wasn't a lot of like people signing off on stuff to say that, oh yeah, this thing needs to be edited or needs to be proofread or.
I would believe that after seeing this. I'm just like, there's no way somebody read through all this, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
it's a shame because the whoever was in charge of like the art was just knocking it out of the park. A lot of these.
Oh yeah, the art in this one was great.
The art in these books, and it's like, and the whole concept of like, here's the picture, and then you can like effectively click on the, like, if this was a adventure game, you're effectively clicking on the different things, right?
Yeah.
God, yeah.
It's
that would make
like,
this even better. Like, make it a point and click adventure style game. That was
like a hidden object game almost.
Yeah. Can you find the imp? If you find the imp, click on him and then send him to the gates.
Yeah. Well, that's another one in the books. That's it out of me and Paul and Beej for this episode of Dice Friends. A friendly reminder that you can support us by going to patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. And if you want to shoot us a couple bucks or whatever else you can afford, that would be great. That helps us keep the lights on and lets us do all these fun things that we all get to do and hang out together. And I think a lot of the stuff we do is actually very fun, much like this.
At the beginning of the stream,
yeah.
we had enough patrons that we were making just over 20 grand Canadian a month, which is a lovely amount of money, and thank you so much. At the end of the stream, we were back down to $19,909.
Oh man,
we lost patrons.
Is that my fault?
No, it's the book's fault.
I hope that's not my fault.
God, that was funny.
All right, everybody. Well, we will see you next time with whatever book we decide to do. From me and Beej and Paul, have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Do something nice for somebody that's not yourself. And we will see you later.